and I cheated.
Why did you cheat? And what are you
Speaking of
cheating for?
cheating,
Why are you a cheater? Let's
I'm a
talk about
cheater.
that.
I'm a cheater because in this little 15-minute break,
Uh-huh.
yo homegirl right here devoured some Domino's pizza. I was
Domino's?
like,
Wait, wait,
yes, I was
wait.
like, I'm all about
Domino's?
fitness. Fitness pizza in my mouth.
Listen, that's terrible. What do you need Domino's for? Like, I get it. You were talking the other night about how like Italian's like your favorite food or whatever, or you hadn't had it in a long time. Was it that conversation that got you on the Domino's train? Like, what happened?
No, actually, so I'm a little pissed about this. Okay,
Why? Okay,
so,
let's
oh,
talk
some
about it.
people are ready to debate tonight. We'll get there. We'll get there. Don't worry, y'all. So, okay, today I've been worried sick about Travis because he was like, my tummy hurts. I think I have a bug. I can't work out. And then, like, he threw
Mm-hmm.
up, supposedly.
Uh-huh.
And, ew, Pizza Hut. Fuck that, John. But anyway, he orders fucking Domino's. I was like, bitch, I went to the grocery store. I bought you ginger. I
Okay.
bought you ginger ale. I bought
Okay.
you two different kind of nausea medications
Okay.
and like all this stuff. And he's complaining and orders pizza. I thought he was I thought he was just throwing up.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Well,
The
you
fuck?
gotta, I mean, maybe pieces comfort food to him. I don't
That's what
know.
he said. He's like, it's my comfort food. I'm like, okay, have fun throwing that up. And then while I'm at it, I'm gonna eat this
You're
pizza.
so comforting when people are sick. Like when they need you most, there you are to just like punch them in the face.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, like
Oh,
you're supposed to pat them on the back and say, okay, whatever you want. You're sick, like.
but
But
not
then,
when you're complaining about your stomach. Come on now.
okay,
That makes
I
me
get it.
that makes me think, no, so
Okay.
this is why I'm upset.
Okay.
I think he just said that because he wanted to get out of working out today.
Okay, that could be the case. That could be the case. I'm not gonna lie. That could be very well be the case. But I don't know that to be true. And you can't assume that. So, like,
Mm.
you know what I mean? Like if
Can't
that
I?
I mean, I don't know.
You're like, I don't want to get in trouble. Uh, but okay. So I'm excited. So getting into this, just in case anyone who is watching now or will be watching in the future doesn't know who you are, can you just give me your handle and say what's up to everyone? Tell us who
Uh
you are.
I'm A plus Ultra. I am uh a streamer. I'm also your mod and a lot of people's mods, but uh yeah, we're here to make some content and I'm a little scared, but I'm actually more excited than anything because like I'm very interested to see what you got going on today. So,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
super excited about this too because
This is clever for you. Like when you sprung this on me, I feel like like this is good
that's the
though.
best way to do it though.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah.
That way you can't overthink your answers
Not at all.
because everyone here found out what I was going to talk about basically around the same time as
Okay.
you.
Okay.
So it's like new to everyone. I didn't even do my research. I literally I was trying to think of just something fun that
Right.
you and I could talk about tonight. And I was like, okay, well, what's a little like I don't know. I'm Latina. I like to stir the pot.
Yeah,
So
I get
let's
it.
talk cheating. And so I found some and it's all sprung from there was actually a podcast that had Gabrielle Union come on, and
Mm-hmm.
she started talking about her dysfunctional marriage to Chris Howard and basically justified cheating on him. So I don't know. That'll be
Who
a
is
fun thing.
okay? Why would dude? Okay, how do you? Is that something you can justify? I'm
I don't
unaware.
know. We'll talk about that.
I'm unaware.
But but first and foremost, the like really important part is
Okay.
like I the reason I want to start going down this avenue, doing more collaborations, and even just like this podcast style, just chill and talk thing,
Yeah.
is and I think we're very similar in
Mm-hmm.
this sense. I love I don't know, like talking to people, it like fires me up. Like it's one thing to be on my streams just talking to myself,
Yeah.
on the treadmill, whatever.
Yeah.
But I just love getting to know other people, and I think that this platform,
Mm-hmm.
at least in my experience, has brought just the coolest people ever, cuz I feel like behind a keyboard, you can use that as a power, like as a superpower or as like this evil weapon. And for the most part, I feel
Right.
like people have used this platform as like a superpower to like build each other up, at least in my community.
Right.
Um, and so like I want to continue building that community, not just within my own like Essie Got Back fam, but just Twitch, like, you know. So that's kind of why I'm
Okay.
just rambling now.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good in my world
So,
and you're good. So don't worry about it. Number one, you don't need to worry about it. Um, Number
but
two,
yeah, so
I really,
oh,
I think that's great. I really think that like I'm actually a little bit pressed and I'm a little bit shocked myself. So I think this is good.
what do you mean by that?
You're growing fast, faster than I expected. I thought it was gonna take you a little longer to get to this point that you're at right now, to be
Yeah,
honest.
thank you.
Yeah.
It's I'll be completely honest too. It's crazy. I feel like in a lot of ways
Hmm.
my growth hasn't been uh it hasn't really aligned, if that makes so like in the beginning when I first started streaming,
Hmm.
um I started in the pool category.
Right.
Um and oh, hi, don't mute me. And when I started, I blew up really quickly. And
Right.
you know, I get it. I'm not stupid. I have an ass and I have boobs. Okay? Yes. Let's elephant in the room. Hi
Elephant
guys.
in the room.
Um
Welcome to the world, guys. Welcome to Twitch.
welcome. If you haven't noticed, I got back and front. You're welcome. Anyway, so the other thing about that specific category is there's not very many viewers,
Hmm.
but like comparatively, but there's also not many streamers in that category. So it it did help me grow followers a lot quicker. I became an affiliate like
Right.
within 2 weeks or something.
Oh, good for you.
So yeah, I mean it was really quick, and
Right.
I was like, okay, let's fucking go. Um, and then I started having issues.
Okay.
One, because I was still struggling with my own mindset of, okay, is this something I really want to take seriously? Because it kind of started off as a joke for me, to be completely honest.
Wait, streaming started off as a joke. The whole thing was a
Yes.
joke. Why was it
Yeah,
a
well, because,
joke? What do you mean
well,
joke?
okay,
Describe
so
this joke you like. I need a little bit more. Give me more, because that's not descriptive enough. Like what kind of joke are we telling? Like Kevin Hart jokes or like just like
wait, no, well, also, wait, is your real name Booker?
my real name?
Yeah.
Not at all.
Oh, okay. No, someone was asking if this was Booker, and so I was, no, it's not Booker. But okay, so as a joke, going back to that, what I mean by that is Travis is such a fucking nerd. Like I'm a nerd, but he's like a game nerd. It's two different things.
Gotcha.
You feel that
I
or
do.
no?
I'm with you there.
Okay.
I'm with you there.
Okay.
That's fair.
So like it's and honestly it's I kind of always wanted to be with like a nerdy gamer guy. I just he's actually the first like gamer that I've been with,
Yeah.
and I love it. There's just something about you gamer men just I talk nerdy to me. Anyway,
Okay.
um
No, listen,
um
I get it. I definitely get it. Like like it's just a thing. Like people like smart people.
mhm.
I think that's guys and girls. I think girls who are
Yeah.
smart, they're immediately more attractive to me too. So I can understand that. I'm with you there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So uh, the joke part comes in when so as I don't and people who are just coming in like probably don't know, I have my master's in clinical psychology.
Right.
So, when I moved I just actually moved to Texas
Okay.
this last summer. And when I moved, I kind of wanted to start fresh with my career.
Mm-hmm.
And I had gotten burnt out pretty quick when I was a therapist. And so I never actually finished my full licensure.
Right.
You have to go through, so I was an LPCC, which is
Gotcha.
so like a step before being an LPC.
Right. So
Anyway,
like
so,
not a full practitioner. I got you. I'm with you.
mhm,
So
mhm.
like why did you get burned out? Was it like just life or was it the load of like the pursuit of the career or like
I am an empath.
okay.
So what that means is I really, really take on people's energies. So like when I say I can feel people's pain, like I take it on, and it's helped me being empathetic, and it's also hurt me
Okay.
because, well, I feel like when you're an empath or anyone, if you're not able to establish healthy boundaries with yourself,
Mm-hmm.
um that that lack of boundaries causes you to then have your own mental health problems. So
Yeah.
like I was starting to feel anxious and
Yeah.
depressed because
Yes.
I was hearing these really heavy stories. I was working with victims of sex trafficking, sexual
Right.
exploitation.
Right.
And so, like hearing all of this, while also I was in a place in my life where, you know, mid 20s, no one tells you how much you fucking grow and change and start finding out everything about your life. I mean, I was coming to terms even at this point with my sexuality. I'd
Mm-hmm.
never really confronted um, the fact that I'm bisexual. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but it was like, and then I was like in this marriage. I got married really young. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then went through a divorce. So it's like, just I was already dealing with my own shit, and
Right.
then having to deal with these heavy stories, and especially in the nonprofit world,
Right.
you you're doing a lot of work, wearing a lot of different hats and making as much as a McDonald's employee,
Oh,
basically. And I'm being so serious. Like it's like what the fuck? And so, I got burnt out, and then that landed me in a sales job. I
right.
was really good at it, but I
Mm-hmm.
fucking hated it
Mm-hmm.
because I, again, it was the culture of that specific
That's a specific like
company
company. Yeah.
where it was very old school. Like, what's that movie where they're,
Oh, like fucking
Wolf of Wall
Wolf of
Street.
Wall Street. Yeah, dude.
So the
I'm dead right now. But go ahead, keep going. This is hilarious. This is great.
that just happened. Anyway, so it was just that like bro, like fraternity, like let's
Yeah.
just make money. And here's my thing about money. It's a necessary evil. And it's one thing to like we all want money. That doesn't mean that it's necessarily what drives you.
Right. No,
And
that's fair.
making money isn't what drives me. what drives me is building connection. So I loved that aspect of sales. Um, but like waking up in the morning just thinking, oh, I've got to make money. It just wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
So, fast forward, I decided I wanted to get back into some kind of job where I could be creative because, like, I think I have a very creative mind, even though I'm not very artistic.
Right.
um, which I'm learning that's two different things. You can have a creative mind and still draw stick figures.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but that's when I started like thinking, oh, maybe I could be a life coach. Like, let me that it's a little less pressure than being a therapist. And
Right.
if I start my life coaching business, like right now we're in this day and age of social media. So started like making a TikTok for that, my Instagram, but like stuff like that, it's a slow build. Um, and I realized too, I kind of had this like imposter syndrome,
Okay.
um,
What do you mean
where
by
I was
that?
like, so so imposter syndrome, it's when even though you have all the skills necessary, you
Okay.
feel
Like you don't
like you don't
belong?
deserve it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like from the outside looking in, it's like, well, if I wanted a life coach, I would go to someone who has their master's in clinical psychology. But for me, I was like, it's not enough. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. So that led me to sign up for a $15,000 fucking course to get my
Why did
life
you,
certificate
can I ask you why you
too.
felt inadequate? Like if you,
Yeah, no, like I think it's like my own insecurities, right? Like
right.
I am a very type A, like I'm a fucking go-getter. Um and if I don't do it perfect, it's not enough.
I hear that.
So I was like,
So you're a
okay, and
perfectionist more than anything.
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And I
Okay.
feel like and maybe you can relate to this. I mean, to be like anything with Twitch and I want to get into a little bit of like how
Yeah.
you got here,
Okay.
but I feel like you like to be successful in anything really.
Yeah.
There's got to be a little bit of that perfectionist tendency. Like I don't know, maybe I'm a little biased. Maybe I'm so wrong on that.
Okay.
Maybe it's not
Um,
perfectionist tendencies. See, that's me just like assumptions. But
okay. Nah, I'll allow it. Listen. So
oh, you'll allow it.
I'll allow it for sure.
You'll
I'll allow
you'll allow. Oh,
what's
yes,
wrong with
sir.
that?
Yes, daddy.
Oh my God,
You'll allow it. Thanks,
don't.
daddy.
Okay, listen. You gotta have to forgive me because that's just me and I do that. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? So don't rain on my parade here. There might have been the wrong verbiage, but like you'll have to forgive me for that. Number one. Number two is this. I think that what your experience or like I think it's something that probably a lot of people kind of identify with, like imposter syndrome and stuff like that. Like it's not something that like I per se have ever dealt with really for the most part. Like I'm pretty confident in a lot of things. Like even if I'm like totally unskilled in something, I just fucking fake it till I make it, dude, and just like, act cool and talk good and like give the attempt until like you figure it out or whatever. You know what I mean? So like
Mm-hmm.
I always try and like encourage myself and have like a high level of like belief in myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that that helps get you through, So I understand what you
Yeah.
mean. I definitely understand what you mean, but like our lives, I guess, are like very, 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 very different, and our experiences are very, very different also. Like my introduction to Twitch was like basically like a little bit before COVID is when I found Twitch, and
Mm-hmm.
how I found Twitch was basically I was I'm a nerd too, so there was like YouTubers that were starting Twitch channels and stuff like that, and they were like, "Come, we're doing, the live stream on Twitch, come check it out." So, um, yeah, I mean, like for the longest time, I was on Twitch, and I didn't even know like what Twitch really was because like I literally only followed like
Same.
4 or 5 people, and they were like content creators from YouTube that talked about like anime. You know what I'm saying? So like I didn't know anything about any of it. And then like one day I was just bored, and I was like, dude, let me try and see what's going on here, because like I liked how the chat room felt on Twitch. I was like,
Right.
dude, the chat is like fun. Like it's way better than YouTube. So I surfed around, and like I found like I found a specific streamer's room that was
Who
like
was
a
it? Can I ask? You don't have to say it.
I yeah, you can ask.
Who was it?
Uh, well, she changed her name like now.
See?
She changed her name. No, she changed her name now, but her old like Twitch handle name was Psy Baby, but now it's like
Okay.
Cutie Pie Psy or something like that, right?
Okay.
And
I don't know
like,
if I've heard.
no, I mean like I could definitely introduce you. You know what I'm saying? Like she's definitely a nice person and whatnot. But however, yeah, like I like when I like found her room, like I met a lot of people in there that I still vibe with today. You know what I'm saying? It's like the
Yeah.
first room that I met, and like I just kind of learned a lot of things there, and just kind of slowly spread out from there. And things look way different
Yeah.
like a few years later. So it's fucking yeah, it's definitely cool. It's cool. So like so now like how it is, it's like you're right. Like for me it's been a slow grind. Like I just been doing things over here, just doing what I want. It's never been like structured, or I never had expectations for it. I never even wanted to do it. Like people around me convinced me that I could do it and that I would do it well. So it's not like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So like it was never like my intention. But like once I started doing it, like I have fun,
Yeah.
and I treat it just as that. Like whenever I want to have fun, or I feel like I want some connectivity, I go on Twitch and I do my thing. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel kind of bad because I was so long-winded about like the joke thing and well, I guess
No.
to be fair, you asked me and you know I'll just talk. That's why
That's
I'm such a great streamer when I'm not with people, I guess.
I guess so, right? But I mean, no, you don't have to
But
apologize for being long-winded. Like that's part of it. You know what I'm saying? People wanna a lot of people just tune in, and you get a lot of lurkers just because they want to hear your voice. So like there's nothing wrong with that.
God, stop it.
What do you mean? Don't stop.
No, so
Such a narcissist.
so going back to what kind of like wrapping this up like with
Yeah.
the slow grind thing. So in the beginning, um Travis, being the nerd he is, started telling me about Twitch, and
Hmm.
I thought it was a joke. I was like, okay, you're telling me I don't have to go on a spicy page. I
Hmm.
can literally be PG in a pool and make money. I was like, bet, motherfucker, bet. So, and he showed me stuff, like with Amaranth, and I was like, well, now at the time I was like, I respect the hustle, but I hate her now. She's a bitch, whatever. Anyway, um, so I was like, I'm gonna make an account. We'll see what happens.
Right.
And I blew up like really fast.
Yeah, you did.
But then I had one ban, then two, and then three.
Yeah.
So that made me reevaluate like, okay, what do I want out of this platform? And
Hmm.
is there a way that I can still monetize and make this like a fun thing for me? Because, like, again, I had it in my head like, I'm going to be a life coach. This is just going to be a side thing. And I found that even though I still have a lot of kinks to work out, like, overall, it, it's fueling my passion.
Yeah.
I'm getting to be creative and I'm getting to meet fucking awesome people like you
Right.
and talk to y'all. So now I guess the disconnect with my growth is I feel like my confidence as a streamer
Right.
is like growing
Yes, as it
and
should be.
even yeah, and like my knowledge on because fucking when they don't say, "Oh, be a streamer and also be a video producer and a photographer and learn OBS
Hmm.
and stream element," like no, like I just thought, "Oh, I just press start and go." But like
No.
there's so much to it.
Dude,
And
there's
so
so much, dude. Like when I got into it, I felt the exact same way. I was like, dude, I watched so much YouTube just to figure out like both Twitch and Discord, because I didn't know nothing, dude. There's a
yeah,
lot to both. So
yeah,
like, and they both kind of like work together. So that's why it was like a slow grind for me because I had to teach myself basically everything. I had to figure it out for
mm-hmm,
myself and I had to help other people figure it out. I didn't have to, but I did,
yeah.
because it was like the
And
thing to do at the time or
yeah,
whatnot.
I'm
So,
so grateful that I have you and Parisian. Like I've been learning, but I've really been again, I've been realizing like, okay, if I still want to have fun and be, safe on this platform, like I'm gonna have to switch something up. So that's when
definitely.
I made the decision that, you know what? I've always wanted to do something where I can like meet people, where I can build community,
Hmm.
um, but still have fun and be creative. And I know that like podcasts, it's kind of like Twitch in a way, where there's just a lot of people doing it now. So it's kind of like, I don't know if anything's gonna come of this, of Twitch or these chats,
Anything
but
is
I
gonna,
love it.
I honestly believe that anything will come from wherever you put your effort towards. It's just whether
Yeah.
it's good or bad that really decide determines like if you're happy with it or not. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
have to like decide like what's actually good for you. But like,
Right.
you know,
Oh shit, I just realized, sorry, I had some stuff up on here and that wasn't supposed, sorry. I had stuff on my screen that I'm not doing tonight. It was stuff for like subs. My bad.
oh,
I'm sorry. I didn't I didn't want people to be like,
why isn't she,
"Oh."
yeah, like squat, bitch, hurry up. Because
Yeah.
they do that,
Sorry.
man. They'll do that.
I know.
No, you're good. But
Uh
like, so really, okay, so like now that you feel like, okay, so I want to ask you a couple of questions, dude. Like, do you feel like your podcast game is like high level, and do you want it to be high level, or are you just trying to get to the point to where like you have like content that you can do, like that safe content that's gonna keep you in the bubble, but like and not be so risque that's going to get you banned? Is it like a safety measure or is it something like a dream of yours? Because it's different for everybody.
yes and no. Um
Okay.
I I am really working personally
Mm-hmm.
on expectation setting. Because again, like as I've said, if I have something in my head, I'm fucking going for it. Like watch out world, Esperanza, she's doing shit. Um I'm for the first time in my life,
Mm-hmm.
I am just Twitch in general.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just seeing what happens. Because I think what happened before is I had this expectation of what I wanted from Twitch,
Okay.
and that limited me to
Uh-huh.
just staying in the pool category bubble.
Okay.
I'm realizing, hey, I am blessed enough to
Mm-hmm.
have built a big following. I mean, overall, like, it,
Right.
I don't want to compare,
Right.
like, but overall, like, I have like I don't know, 5,000 followers, something like
If
that.
it's big to you, it's big. It's just it's
Yeah,
relative. So I'm not
I
gonna,
have
yeah,
something of a following. So, like,
I
what
get
can
it.
I do to, not in a bad way, but like use that to my advantage and continue doing something that I love? Like,
Right.
how, so my mindset now with Twitch is I still want to have fun. Like, y'all can see, and if you're like just listening on my
Mm-hmm.
screen, I reached 100 subs like as my goal. So as a thank you to y'all, like I'm doing a pool stream. So like it's not that I'm totally cutting that out, but like I'm trying to find something that will help me stay on here longer term than just being a pretty face in a bikini.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so
Like,
like do you feel like that limits you? Like you're like that, or do you feel like that's how you were being viewed as? It's just a pretty face in a bikini?
absolutely.
How does that
Absolutely. And
make
I've,
you feel though? Tell me how that makes you feel.
yeah, I'm not stupid. Like,
Okay.
again, like I'm not stupid. I know why people, like, it's like when you're on a dating app and you're
Uh-oh.
swiping, it's like,
Uh-oh.
if you really want to get down to it, it's like, oh, you're, I hate when people are like, oh, all you care about is appearance. It's like, no, but as a human being and having eyes, like, of course you're going to judge on first impression, and you have to in that category, right? There's a bunch of hot ass, I mean, in every category, let's be real. There's
Right.
some fucking hot ass e-girls,
Oh,
like,
there's a ton of them. They're everywhere. I mean, they're all pretty. I mean, not all of them, but
right.
a lot of them are pretty. You know what I'm
I
saying?
haven't seen, honestly, I haven't seen any ugly girls on here. I but that's just me.
Yeah. I mean, like you,
But
yeah,
I
definitely.
but like I've even had my people in my chat that I've like grown closer with
Mm-hmm.
tell me straight up like, "Hey, yeah, your ass and your boobs, it brought me to your page, but the
Right.
reason I'm still here is your personality." So,
Right.
do I think so as far as the growth is concerned, since I've shifted over to just chatting, health and fitness,
Mm-hmm.
podcast, it has been a much, much, much slower process for me,
Yeah.
slower growth.
Okay.
When it comes to how much money I'm making, holy
Mm-hmm.
shit, I'm not even making half
Right.
of what I was in the pool stream.
Does
So,
that does that bother you? Does that make you feel like unsuccessful? Are you the type of person
yeah,
that
I'm not
like,
gonna lie, it does, it does. But like I also, it's like it's kind of, again, I compare it to sales. People can tell when you're just thirsty for the sale.
yeah.
I, and so I am so exhausted
Mm-hmm.
of getting on my streams, and no, like I'm so serious. It's exhausting.
Okay,
At
keep
this
going.
point, I'm
Yeah.
kind of like, you know what? I'm just going to be me. I'm going to be me. If I grow and I find a fucking whale that decides to, that's a whole other thing. Some of these girls, like, I'm like, where the fuck do you find this guy? You're like, oh my God, he like gifted me 100 subs. The most I've ever gotten is like 15. Anyway, um, but
Okay.
I ain't bitter or anything.
Yeah, I
But,
know, I get
you
it.
know, I, so at this point, I am just going to keep being myself because
I think that's,
authenticity
yes, that's the
is what
key.
I value.
That's the key.
And people are either going to stick around um or not. And I would rather, so I guess to kind of answer this as well. So I now have like my spicy pages.
Mm,
And I'll say one of them more specifically, it's I charge $50 a month.
mm,
My mindset in that is I want quality over quantity. I could have 10 guys paying $50 or 50 guys paying $10. Who's going to stick around and who actually wants it?
Right.
the guy who's spending 50, right? So
Right.
that's kind of how I feel with Twitch too.
Uh-huh.
If I believe that if I just stayed in the pool category,
Yeah.
would I have a shit ton more followers? Yeah. Would I be making a shit ton more at the moment?
Most
Yes.
likely, yeah.
But long term, a lot of these girls turnover, besides your amaranths, Dan Danglers, they turn over real quick. They get burnt out. You know, you
Well,
can't always be like in the camera, like, yay, like all the time. You're going to have days where you're like, fuck this shit,
yeah, and not
you
only
know?
that, dude, like people like at some point, dude, like you can only eat the same thing. You can only have a steady diet of the same thing for so long until like you gotta have something new. Like,
Right.
you
And
know,
so
a lot of people
I've,
don't revamp and refresh their energy, and it's just like the channel dries up. It just gets stale. It's like I've seen
yeah,
this for the same thing for the last 3 months now. I'm over it.
right. And so that's why, like, at first it was a hard shift for
Yeah.
me to like wrap my head around. And people like were even telling me, like, dude, it's not good to be a variety streamer because then people can't find you, blah, blah. I would rather set that precedent now that I
Mm-hmm.
have fewer followers
Mm-hmm.
and then grow from that
Yeah.
than get like 15, I don't know, 20,000 followers. And then all of a sudden I go, boys, I'm going to be fully clothed on a podcast.
Yeah.
Like, it's, you know what I mean? So I'm
Yeah.
setting that precedent now.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like I'm proud of myself because even though growth, like, and I've going back to this, like, even though my growth and my income
Mm-hmm.
is making me rethink why the fuck am I not just being a life coach still?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's also cool to personally, like, I just feel more confident in
That's
what I'm
good.
doing.
I mean, I think
So,
okay, so let's talk about that for a second. So, do you think that like your personal development as a person supersedes like your ultimate well-being like in society, or do you think that they're equal, or do you think that the reverse is true? Like your status in society and like your well-being is more important than your personal growth?
I don't know if I really understand that question.
Okay, so you're saying right now that you're doing well, like as a person, you're growing as a person, you're
Mm-hmm.
feeling more confident, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're saying that the growth with the channel and monetarily, it isn't like as great as you think it should be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Really, essentially, what I'm asking is which is more important to you, like on your moral
Hmm.
scale? Do you value the personal growth, or do you value like success in society and monetary well-being?
That's an awesome question.
I know.
And I want to turn it around on you real quick because
Oh God.
I get that this is totally it's Essie's world, but like also I've been chit-chatting and these people hear me talk to myself by myself all the time. So I'm turning it around on you, mister.
Okay, that's fair.
You tell me.
Okay, so well, I mean, for me, to me, it's more about I value personal. I value them both, but like I think it's 60/40. Like I have to be doing good as a person and developing myself as a person, and I feel like when I do that, then the other things follow. Like it's like
Okay.
I think that money and success in society is like the fruit, and like the
Mm,
actual tree is more so like your personal development. If you constantly develop yourself as a person, I think the other things follow. That's just my personal
mm.
belief.
I I agree
Okay.
1,000%.
Okay.
It's kind of like, and I feel like, I mean, that goes down a whole other rabbit hole, but
Well,
it's
hold
like
on.
that.
No, because that's contradictory. So why do you want to be in the Illuminati then? Because you make jokes about that, and I don't know if they're jokes or if you're like really serious. So we
I don't know
gotta.
if that's the thing. I got to keep some mystery.
Okay.
I guess we'll never really know.
All right. I'll allow it for today. I'll allow it. You can get away with that one, but you're not slick though, you know. I just gotta let you know you're not slick. I
I'm
think I
not
got you. You're
slick.
not slick.
What
I
you
think
talking
nah,
about?
I think I got your number. I think I know the answer, but I'm gonna disregard for now. Disengage, dude, okay? But like
I mean,
I think it's good that like at least we can agree, like and there's some moral ground that we're covering. So like we're on the same page, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And I think it's
Like I think
awesome.
yeah, and I think, again, it just depends person to person. Like I don't think that answering either way
Hmm.
is wrong. I don't think it's like
Neither.
a good
No.
or bad.
No.
Um, it's like it goes back to what you value
Hmm.
and how important values even are to you.
Right. I,
Um,
well, in your world, what's like what's the linchpin to your value system? Like, what is everything like predicated on? Is it predicated on like truth? Is it predicated on
yeah.
happiness? Is it predicated? Because everybody has like a different thing. Some people just want to be happy. Some people just want to, be who they are and want to be left alone. Some people want to be the best that they can be. Some people want to be like just like their role models. Some people,
Mm,
so like
yeah.
like how like what's your world like?
Yeah. So I love that question. And especially with my background,
Yeah.
with psychology and life
Mm-hmm.
coaching and everything, um, values. So the thing that everyone talks about and needs in their life, it's values, relationships or
Mm-hmm.
connection,
Mm-hmm.
and um, boundaries.
Right. Okay.
Big things. So like I love talking about values. For me personally, and I think that values can also change based on like where you are in your life. Um for me, authenticity,
Mm-hmm.
huge.
Huge.
My
Definitely huge.
autonomy, huge. So that
Okay.
freedom and security, and it goes back to like there's just so much. The other thing too is like I feel like when you really go into it, like my values, like I can go into depth. Like authenticity means so many things to me as well. That
Yeah.
you could also use as like another value, I guess. But like just being real, being who you say you are and not just saying it but doing it. Like walking the walk and talking the talk. And authenticity not just to other people, but to yourself.
Right. Okay. I like that. That's pretty good.
Yeah. What about you? What are your values? Top 4 or 5?
Um, I mean, realistically, like I would say like my values are like definitely like truth based. Like I like people who are
Okay.
honest and like that's how I form my relationships, right? And that's also how I set my boundaries. So
Mm.
and it's all connected to like truth. Like if I feel like you're a liar or if I sense like you're not a truthful person, I set
Yeah.
boundaries right away. And if I feel like you're a good person and like you like there's like truth in you or like what you're going for is like an honest thing or like there's some good there, then I'll definitely like cling more towards that, so to speak, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I understand.
yeah, no, that's definitely kind of how I do my thing. For sure, for
So then
sure.
how important are values overall to you? Like do they drive you in your life?
Yeah, I mean like personally, I feel like my values are definitely like they're definitely something that I gotta do. Like it's not only the thing that like drives me, but I think it's like my self-identification. It's like how I identify as a
Mm.
person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, um yeah, without those, like I don't feel like I can call myself me
Yeah.
to some degree, you know?
I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Okay, I
like,
have another. Oh,
okay.
go ahead. Go
No,
ahead,
I
because I have
just
another
wanted to know
question for
like if
you.
it's the same for you or like how do you feel about, like your value system? Like, does it drive you? Does it hold you back? Because some people, it's different for everybody. Some people's value system, I personally think it's like the old chain and ball technique. It's like what's keeping them from moving forward, you know?
Oh, I think it used to hold me back
Okay.
until I started walking the walk and not just talking the talk.
Okay.
Um, if that makes sense. Uh, like being authentic.
Okay.
I I was so concerned about other people being real with me
Mm-hmm.
that I wasn't paying enough attention to me being real with me. And in turn being
Oof.
real with other people.
Ooh, that hits so hard right now. That's crazy. I'm glad that you said that
Yeah.
because that might have been one of the realest things I've heard today, honestly.
Mhm.
And I've had a lot of
Yeah.
good talks. I really have. But that's good to know. That's good to know.
Mhm.
So like
Yeah.
what did you do differently to like start having the interactions or start being real with yourself? Like what was the switch?
Damn, it's been a long I mean, honestly, I in all honesty, I'm still learning. I think it's going to be a forever it's definitely a journey.
Yeah,
Um I think going back to how we were talking about like mid 20s being fucking chaos and um
man.
I'm a hippie, so I believe in fucking like Saturn return and all of that. Like, okay,
Okay.
so that's subject for another day.
Yeah, no, it's
I'll bring
cool.
my tarot cards. No. So in this time, one of so as a senior in high school,
Mhm.
I was kicked out and left homeless. I
Wow.
have my biological mom has a personality disorder.
Hmm.
Um, so like I always joke around. I say that the universe made me the unluckiest lucky person, meaning that I'm so stubborn. So I feel like I wouldn't learn lessons unless the universe was a dick to me because
Okay.
that's how stubborn I am, right?
Yeah, you can be very
So, and
stubborn.
it's the same way with like life lessons. Like you can tell me all you want, Essie, don't touch the hot stove. But until I
Burn
burn my
yourself.
fingers,
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
don't
gonna
get
listen
it.
to you. And the universe knows that.
Right.
And so I've just had some really fucking just fucked up life situations. Like I
Wow.
low key want to write a book one day.
Yeah, I think you should. I'm
It's because it's
actually,
almost humorous. Honestly, my life is humorous because it's like I didn't even realize how fucked up my childhood was
oh,
until I was in grad school learning about childhood trauma,
yeah.
and I ticked off about there's like this I forget what it's called, but it's this assessment
Yeah, sure.
to see like
To gauge
how it's like
your
a
past
scale,
trauma type of thing.
bro. How the fuck am I like I know I'm psycho a little bit, like I'm Latina, it's in
Right.
my blood, but like besides that, how how am I functioning right now? Like
I I don't
it's a
know.
like I'll have to tell you about my life one day
No,
as we get
listen,
going.
I get it. I mean, like I feel like everybody, suffers with a little bit of that. Like we
Yeah,
all got a
it's all
little bit of
perspective too. It's like and that's something that I've had to learn too is
mm,
because I was always thinking it could be worse, but that's actually very toxic thinking because then you don't embrace, okay, this is shitty. It's
mhm.
like a balance of the two.
Yeah.
So it took me some time to embrace that, like, I have gone through shit, and you know what? I'm a resilient motherfucker.
Okay. Without
Um,
without without going into like like any specific detail, like in case it's not safe, like
I
like
am an open book, you know
what's
that.
the, yeah, I know, but like I just want to know, like, what's the, in a general sense, what is like the hardest thing that you've gone through in life, or the thing that like really like now I don't want to say
Hmm.
like your defining moment, but like the thing
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
is definitely like the root to, or the most traumatizing thing, or the thing that like produced the most trauma, if you will.
Hmm. So it depends.
Okay.
I feel like um situationally they've all been
Right.
the
Okay.
worst.
Okay.
But every time, and that's where I go back to saying I'm the unluckiest lucky person
Right.
because even when shit has hit the fan,
Mm-hmm.
someone or something has always looked out for me and I've been able to grow. I'm
Right.
still here. And like I kind of talked about this the other day, and I know that I can't get, and I can go on tangents when I start talking about mental health. It's
Sure.
so near and dear to me on so many different levels. And I've showed this before. I have my semicolon
Right.
as suicide awareness
Mm-hmm.
um because I've been there and I feel like, a lot of us have.
Mm-hmm.
Um and I'm so thankful that I didn't and that I'm here still, you know.
I got you.
Um I mean with that, like, I mean, I can give you kind of a timeline.
Okay.
My you know my biological dad, and
Mm-hmm.
this is stuff that I talk about openly, like even when clients were trying to find like who I am,
Sure.
like what's your background. So
Mm-hmm.
um and I know there's like, again, TOS, like I can't really say certain things, but so my biological dad, he went to prison when I was 7 because he like sexually abused me and my half sister. So that was the
Gotcha.
first time where I was like, oh my gosh. And then um so I also being raised by uh, a mom who has borderline personality disorder.
Right.
I've talked about this a little bit in the past too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for people who don't know what BPD is, it's in the same category as narcissistic personality disorder.
Right.
Or there's also the cluster Bs. So you have histrionic, narcissistic,
Mm-hmm.
borderline, and then oh my gosh, borderline, histrionic, and I want to not schizoaffective. What's the other one? Oh my
Schizophrenia?
gosh. No, it's not a cluster B. It's like the party. So I call them, uh an- um antisocial
Okay.
personality disorder, which
Okay.
people think antisocial personality disorder
Mm-hmm.
means that people are awkward. That's not the case at all. So these cluster Bs, they're the people who they're the life of the party.
Okay.
They are big talkers who don't say anything.
Okay.
And they know how to blend in. They know how to manipulate.
Got you.
Um like so they're a lot of like manipulation but gaslighting. It's so borderline for me as a little girl. I felt like I was always walking on eggshells.
Got you.
And because with my mom,
Mm-hmm.
it sometimes it was like switch like emotions. And
Right.
actually as an adult, like that's something that I've really had to work on
Okay.
is not switching my emotions so quick
Too fast, too
because
often. Got you.
yeah, because I learned that that was normal. Um and like yeah, it was really chaotic.
Okay.
So I had that, like she used to lock food from me. That's a whole other thing. So I had like that growing up. And
Wow.
then
I
when I
get it.
was
I get it.
yeah, just and then it was like physically abusive. It just like it wasn't yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um and oh going everyone, so here's the thing. So someone just mentioned like saying that they might be a bit narcissistic.
Mm-hmm.
Something that I learned in grad school is we are all a bit something in the DSM. The thing that makes it so we all have something we can relate to in that the diagnostical statistical manual, whatever. The difference is whether or not it's clinically significant.
Right.
So like, sorry, I'm going on a
No, you're
sorry, I'm like
good.
going
No, you're good. I'm actually I'm reading chats and things are funny in chats sometimes, so that's really why I'm smiling.
I'm so sorry. I'm going on a rant.
No, you're good, but like I like it because like it's giving you the opportunity to actually like speak to your expertise and stuff like that. It's not like you're
Yeah.
unlearned or you're not knowledgeable in the area or the matters that we're addressing. So like I'll allow it
Yeah.
again,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
By the way, I'm
Yeah.
getting stuff too.
Okay.
People are getting really excited about the
The pull
the
string?
topic. And
Oh,
I went on a whole like rampage about mental health and we never even got because you asked me the turning point.
oh yeah, 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 yeah. Dude, I asked a lot of questions. I'm sorry.
No, I know. I'm supposed to be the one asking you questions,
I know.
bro.
I'm sorry.
What the
Go ahead.
fuck?
Well, listen, I do
I'm
this
getting in
too.
trouble over here. People are
Okay.
like, shut up, Essie.
Okay. All
Let
right.
the man talk.
All right. I don't know why they
You
want to
know,
hear
I could
from
just
me.
keep going.
The man don't, Okay. No, but so let's make the people happy. This is
Veruca is saying that you don't have time for me to keep talking.
oh
Do you got
yeah.
places to be?
Oh, he might. You never know, dude. It's
I
like,
meant you.
oh me?
Mm-hmm.
I do have an arrangement later, but that's not important. What's important is right now, the moment, you know? So I really want to know a couple of things. I want to know like now that you are twitching and that you are where you're at, what new developments do you want to see like personally with yourself? Like how far do you want to grow? And like what is that going to look like for you personally? Like when you get there, like what's your dream? Like what's your dream scenario?
That this is that I build a community and a platform where we can have these open discussions, maybe on
Mm-hmm.
a different platform as
Right.
well. Because I know there's a lot of stuff. I can't, going back to my authenticity,
Mm-hmm.
I'm being myself whenever I stream,
Right.
but I'm also a Spitfire and I don't, again, it's the touching the stove.
Yeah.
I like to say what I'm going to say
Mm-hmm.
when I want to say it.
Okay.
So, I do see the chat, y'all. um, but I want this to grow into something more than just Twitch.
Okay.
Um, and again, like I know myself and I know that I'm going to put in the work that I need to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's all I can really say. Like I know it goes back to like I don't know that I want to set certain expectations
Okay. Are you at that
because
point in life where you're not setting expectations anymore? Because
yeah,
okay. Well, that's good.
yeah.
I'm almost I think it's safe to say that I feel like I'm remotely I live in that world too. Like where I don't have any expectations, I just know that if I do certain things will happen. And if they don't,
Mhm.
I just keep doing them because I know they'll happen at some point. So,
Yeah.
but like when it happens, how it happens, or my expectation for it happening isn't really like, it's not the main thing for me. It's more about like my performance. I kind of look at it like I'm an actor, and life is like the show or the audition. You know what I'm saying? Like what you do
Mhm.
in your private life is like your auditioning, your preparation for the show. And when you step out into the world, like when you leave your home or whatever, or when you're dealing with people, when you go to work, whatever the case may be, I feel like that's more so of like the show or the performance, right? And I feel like how you like win your Academy Awards or whatever, like how you win people over to like think that like you're a great person. Um,
Mhm.
it's really just by like, the strength of your relationships and the quality of your character. And I feel like if you keep improving those, you're in a lose-lose situation. I don't think you can lose.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
love that. Yes.
Yeah. Are we doing?
Snaps.
Yeah, snaps.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Not as
Okay.
beautiful as you. So
Oh,
let's.
I was waiting. Oh my God. Finally. It's
What?
only been an hour and 4 minutes, and I finally got a compliment on my looks.
You gotta
God
make them
damn it.
wait, dude. Like I always tell girls they look pretty at the very end of the day. Like, by the way, you look fucking gorgeous tonight, you know. Like, but that's like after dessert.
Thank you.
No.
Oh my gosh. But oh my gosh, I feel like you've asked me so many great questions, but I
Hmm.
feel like maybe if we were going to have, I don't think I've answered any of your questions because I go on these long tangents and then I never finish it because then I get these like messages saying, let the man speak. And so then I never find a good
Oh my
place to
God,
like
dude.
stop. And
Who's telling you to let me speak? Like, I don't have, if anybody wants to
my
hear
chat.
me, yeah,
And
like, that's
then when I
crazy.
was going on my rampage about like my crazy life story, which
Yeah,
I don't know that people actually want to hear it because it was already sounding pretty depressing. I know. But it's great because I'm here and
yeah,
I'm fucking hot and I'm
yeah,
smart.
yeah.
Life is good.
Life is really good
Um,
for you.
but no, yeah, I never really answered that question. I don't, maybe we'll get to that some other day. I'll pick apart it. Maybe we can talk about mental health some other time.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I want to expedite things just a little bit. So, in the Twitch world, there are people who have favorites, there are allegiances, there are beefs, there's blood in the sand, there's people who, you know, are looking to get over on other people, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
And
trying
every
to stay out of that.
Hey,
Fuck that
listen,
shit. I'm too
wait.
old.
No, I know, but it is what it is. So I gotta ask you, like, if like do you have like within your community that you're building right now, do you feel like you have like a certain like I know you have gratitude and appreciation for everybody that's there. I know that
Yeah.
1,000%. But like, do you feel like a certain level of loyalty to like any certain type of person within your community, or and is there a reason why for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, so I still don't know. I feel like it's kind of gone back to I feel more loyal to the people who found me and stayed with me as I've moved into other categories or the people who
Okay.
simply just found me, not
Okay.
just in the pool category.
Right.
But overall, I don't think too much about it, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Um, because I feel like, and this doesn't make me special because any streamer who takes this seriously puts their heart and soul in this.
Oh,
But I,
100%.
I truly do put my heart and soul into this. And even though it's fun, it's also a job. And sometimes I feel very, how do I say this? I don't want to sound like, because I know I have to prove myself. It's a give and take. I sometimes I feel like for all the energy and the love that I put out there, it's
Right.
not reciprocated.
Okay. I feel that. I think a lot of people feel that way though.
Yeah.
I
And
think a lot
and
of people
right,
feel
that's
that
why I'm
way.
saying
I
it's
get
not a
it.
special thing at all
Right.
to
Right.
feel that way.
Right.
Um, but
Why
I
do
don't
you why do you feel like a lot of people feel that way? Like why do we all feel underappreciated? Because like that's a big thing. Like is it
I
us?
didn't know that. honestly. I didn't
I
know.
mean, it's been like a common theme throughout this whole entire year. Like from
Mm,
the top of Twitch, people saying
yeah,
it's, I don't feel like y'all are doing what I need you to do for me. I don't feel like y'all value me. And so, make their way
yeah.
over doing different
Well,
things and whatnot. So,
um, I think that, well, I guess from Twitch, I don't feel
hmm
appreciated
hmm
because of how unfair it's been.
you feel
To
like
me,
there's been some circumstances and situations that have adversely
absolutely.
affect you that aren't fair.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I can
I would
understand
go to
that.
court about it if I could. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
But
I
like
know.
I like I, there's just a lot of things where and I've seen it. Oh, thank you. Um from like friends that I've made through
Right.
Twitch
Right.
in just a few short months. I've seen how unjust some of these bans are and this and that. Like there's no consistency. And I feel like,
The model of consistency can improve. I would probably
yeah.
agree,
So
maybe.
I feel underappreciated in that way that it's like they're only giving attention to the people who are already making them a shit ton of money instead of investing time in people who could be
Mm-hmm.
like getting to that point.
Mm-hmm.
And um and then even like how much money they take from you and it just like I think that's a common thing that ever but that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
As far as my like feeling unappreciated from people who like watch my streams,
Mm-hmm.
um I just feel like it's a joke sometimes. Um that goes back into like why I think I don't just do pool streams
Yeah.
because I'm so much more than a hot body and a cute smile.
Oh, you
Like
have,
I am,
yeah, you're right about
like
that. Yeah.
and um I
Oh,
it's kind of a slap in the face when I get a lot of empty promises from a lot of people.
mm-hmm.
And I've and it goes into why I don't have expectations
Mm-hmm.
anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I think that money, it's an exchange of energy. And so
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if I keep working hard, I want that abundance mindset that I'll work hard and what's meant to flow into my life, it'll come into my life.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
I feel like when I had expectations of like, look at what I'm doing for you guys,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't receiving that exchange, that it makes me feel shitty, honestly. Like
Yeah.
I'm like I'm here busting my ass. I'm here, I'm still having to pay for this certification, but
Yeah.
I'm no longer taking life coaching clients. Like
Right.
I'm making spicy pages for y'all.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Do
And
you think
sometimes
that, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, 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 no.
Well, I was gonna ask, like, do you think that any of that stems from like because Twitch is big, man, and like me, like I love you, and we spend a lot of time together or whatever, but I spend a lot of time with a lot of other people too. Do you think that like it it comes down to like the level of consumption or the level of time people spend like with the relationships that they have? And if
Mm.
so, do you feel like the people like do you feel like, that your community cheats on you ever if they're spending more time and giving more attention to other people that aren't you?
So selfishly, of course, I want you guys to pay attention to me all the time. Duh. But
I
like
know that.
realistically,
hmm
it doesn't really bother me. I'm not stupid. It would be very naive of me to think that guys who are constantly like, "Oh, you're my favorite streamer. I love you." It would be bizarre for me to believe that they're not saying it to other bitches. Like I get on girls fucking streams. I'm like, "Oh, hey, here's my number. You free?" No,
Mm-hmm.
but like it would be so. Thank you. Okay, I just have to say, my favorite guys can call me beautiful all they want.
Mm-hmm.
I love when people talk about my personality or my vibe or my energy. Like I'm like that makes me blush. Those are the compliments I actually eat up.
No, I like what
So,
I do like is I like those things, but most of all about you personally, I like your demeanor. I like the way you carry yourself, the way you carry yourself, and the way like you present yourself. I think
oh,
I think your
I've
demeanor
never
is
heard that ever before.
well, you
What do you
never
mean? Wait, okay. Maybe I don't understand. Now I need you to clarify that compliment because I don't even get what
what?
that means.
I
My demeanor.
yeah, your demeanor, the way you carry yourself and the way you present yourself. Like some people it's like, how they brush their hair, their posture and the way they walk, like the outfits that they choose to wear when they go to the store. Is it according to, like just the way you present yourself to the
Okay.
stream, the way you carry yourself in
Oh,
life, like the words you choose to say, like it's a good expression from where I sit.
thank
I think it's a great
you.
expression. And what do
Yeah,
you mean? Nobody's ever said that before? You can't be serious.
no, no. I don't even think
Nobody's.
Travis has ever said
Oh no,
that.
I don't believe that. You're lying.
No, like,
You're a
I mean,
liar.
I think I come off with a pretty, like, slooty hoe demeanor. I'm just kidding.
No, I don't. I
Right.
mean, I maybe. I don't know. I mean, I don't know you that well,
No.
but like I do. What I do know is that
I I'm
yeah.
pretty sure everyone like if you've watched
Mhm.
enough of my streams, you know me. Like I think that's one thing that Travis could probably testify to that
Mhm.
and like even Pration has said this before.
Yeah.
I am a little too honest
100%.
and but for me like I feel like it makes other people uncomfortable because they wouldn't be that honest
Yes.
about and which is okay because everyone has their boundaries.
Right.
My boundaries and honesty about my life,
Mhm.
where I've come from, where I want to go, I'm
Mhm.
very open about it. And I'm okay with it. But not everyone likes to
Yeah.
share that personal stuff. So, no, I think I really am my authentic self. And I'm like, who you see in front of the camera right now is,
The real
I
person.
mean, besides the fact that like I'm wearing a lot more makeup than I
I was
ever
gonna
do in
say
real life.
eyelashes and shit, but like, yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
But besides the makeup, like me rambling, talking to
All
this is
right.
just me.
Can I ask you a question about that though?
Yes.
In the dating world, do you feel like girls wearing makeup is like, don't you feel like it's like lying on the resume? Or do you feel like it's fair play?
It's fair play.
Okay,
I hate when guys say that.
why is it fair play though?
Like it's like saying for a woman, like makeup, it's the same as like when a guy, okay, so when you go on a first date, I'm going to turn this around on
Mm-hmm.
you.
Okay.
Are you wearing the sweatpants and the shit that you're wearing right now? Actually, maybe, I don't know. You look pretty handsome and dressed up right now. I know you did that for this. No,
No, I literally
but
put a shirt on. I didn't have a shirt on. I put one on. That's all.
so do you dress to impress on a first date? Sorry, now I'm putting words impress.
Okay.
How do you dress? Okay, let me turn that around.
Okay.
Open blanket question. How do
Okay.
you dress and present yourself on a first date?
I dress to fit the occasion, whatever that may be, depending on the date. So if I'm going to the mall, I want to look cool. Like, I'm shopping for something.
Okay,
If
you and I are going to a nice dinner.
we're going to
Are you going to be
dinner,
wearing this? Your striped shirt and a baseball cap?
I mean, no, I probably get a haircut and I probably like wear like maybe like a sports coat or like a nice button up, or maybe I just, like a very like clean all black t-shirt with some like nice
Okay.
pants. Yeah, like I
Okay.
mean like
Okay.
it just depends. It depends
Okay.
so honestly, I'm not even going front. How I dress on the first date really is ultimately going to depend like how much I'm feeling the girl, if I feel like I have a shot, if I'm really into her. If I want to impress her and I feel like she's something that like there's something there, then I'm gonna do substantially more than what I would do
Okay.
for just somebody who's just, hey, it's a date.
Okay. Well, let me, cause I'm going somewhere with this.
Okay.
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 Wearing that schnazzy, you just said I'd get my hair cut, which means that you don't do it all the time.
hmm
Um, or well, I don't want to assume. Do you do that all the time? Be
Uh,
honest.
do I do what all the time?
Get trim the hair, pick out a nice matching
Uh,
outfit
like, I mean, when I'm
on the
leaving,
regular
like,
basis,
yeah, if
day
I'm
to day.
leaving, yeah, I mean, no, because like my life is like
Okay,
basically, it's like
okay,
working home for me. So like, I go to work, I wear
okay.
like my
Wait,
work
wait.
shit, and then I come
Oh,
home and I'm chilling.
okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
So let me just say,
Uh,
how's that any different then from a girl trying to look her best by putting
okay.
some makeup on, even though she doesn't do that all the time, even though in the morning it's not going to be on, it's not all the time. She's still being herself. She just looks a little different because she's trying to impress you. Just like you're snazzying up, getting your hair did, trimming the beard, right?
I mean, if that's the perspective, sure. To me, in my world, like I I don't know who makeup is for. Is it for me? Is it for you?
And I think that that's the difference too. Like,
Because
I am all about like body positivity and just like
yeah,
feeling beautiful and stuff. I think it does go into like if a woman, like whether it's makeup or plastic surgery or whatever, if she's doing
yeah,
it to try and gain acceptance and love from other people, that ain't, eh,
yeah. I mean,
you
the
know?
only way I
But
mean
like
I
if you're doing it, like for
hmm
me, honestly, I know like Travis, he could care less. Like I ask him question. I'm like, "Do you?" He gets mad when he's like, "I don't fucking care if you have lipstick on. Like, cool, good
yeah,
for you.
it
It's for you."
doesn't matter. Yeah. So that's the only
But
reason why I asked because in our world, like girls are pretty, and I think what makeup has done to women
sorry, the way
over
you said that, girls are pretty.
they are. I think that girls are
Sorry,
pretty.
that was so cute.
Don't,
Girls
are
are
you laughing?
pretty.
Wait, are you laughing at me? Like, what's wrong with saying girls are pretty?
It was cute. Girls
Nah,
are
man.
pretty. They
Well, they
are.
are. Girls are pretty. And I think what wake up has done to like society, this our society of women over like the course of time, right? For a long time, is just broken them down and made them feel insecure. And
Yeah.
instead of them presenting them is I think they say like it's a presentation, like I just want to present myself well, but realistically it's something that they're trying to hide behind to
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And that's the only reason why I say that like I feel like they're lying on the resume, or I would use that type of verbiage just because what you say it is and and really like the application of it, like you're not using it as a presentation, you're using it as a filter. You're trying to hide behind. You know
Mm.
what I mean?
So
So
like
like
a justification. It's like people's
technically,
perspective.
yeah, technically, because if I say if you love me, right? Or like I won't use me. Like because I'm not talking, I'm just saying like if a random girl loves me or like you and Trav, right? If he says he doesn't care and you love him and he loves you, then what do you, so it must be for you. But why do you need it? Because you already have the person who you say you
Mm.
love and they already say it doesn't matter to them. So
Well, that's a
why?
whole other, but that's like a whole other discussion. Because, like, I
Yeah.
agree, but like, we could go into like, because that has a lot then. I mean, I feel a lot of my life coaching
Mm-hmm.
clients, like this
Yeah.
is stuff that we work on. It's a whole
Oh,
thing
wow.
because it's
Okay.
like inner gremlins. It's like those
Yeah.
internal lies
Yeah.
that we tell
Tell
ourselves, like I'm
ourselves.
not enough, I'm not lovable,
Mm-hmm.
um, I I don't deserve this
Yeah.
or that. Like so it goes into a lot of that. Like if we really want to talk about that, that's like a whole other. See, I don't know that people want to see this side of Essie, my podcast. Let's talk for reals, because I get I get into this shit.
Oh yeah, I see that now, dude. Like you're cooking with grease over here, dude. It's hot in this kitchen, for sure.
So, step aside, step aside. Wait, oh no, I was gonna say something, but I forget his name. What's that one podcaster?
Oh, what, like Joe Rogan?
Yeah, him.
Okay. What, dude, you're not, what, you trying to be Joe Rogan right now? You're not Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
You're not Joe
yeah.
Rogan.
I'm trying to be the next Joe Rogan with
Okay.
titties.
Listen, those are good goals to have, dude, because like Joe is like the top of the food chain in that regard. You know what I mean?
Num 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 num. Dude, I want. Okay, I guess like far-fetched goal would totally. I at the end of the day, I do want people to know me. Like I want to be known. I'm not gonna lie about that. That's why I joke.
What do
Why
you
did
want
you
to be
laugh?
known
Um,
for? What do you want to be known
I
for?
as like a real person. Like so like I want I want to be just known as like a fun person that has like honestly like I want to go into a lot of different avenues and stuff,
Sure.
but I want to be seen as someone that's like okay, she made it and as I want to be an example
Mm-hmm.
of woman and sexual empowerment,
Okay.
meaning that it's not a but situation, it's an and situation. Like I want people to be like she made it cuz she is smart and sexy. You know, like
Right.
I don't want to just talk about it. I just want to prove it
Prove
that you
it.
can be everything as a woman. Because like it would be stupid of me to not like play into my sexuality and I I have actually really enjoyed
Mm-hmm.
making my spicy pages. I'm not even going to lie about it. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's kind of uh a hot topic for people, but for me, it's empowering. Like I'm monetizing on something that like in the past women have been,
Shame for.
sexualized
Yeah.
and without and feeling bad about it then yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
there's shame. And it's
Yeah.
like, no, I'm going to turn this around and be like, yes, I'm hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 30, flirty and thriving. I'm getting older, but I'm still comfortable in my skin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck yeah. But also like being humble enough and real enough too cuz
Yeah.
like I'm really not that like it's a balance like
There is
I
a
am
balance.
confident with myself but
Right.
like I'm joking around too like
Yeah.
I'm not really that
It's
and when
almost
you
like you
really know
have to
me
joke with yourself in order to be confident, and you have to joke often enough to convince yourself it keeps you confident, you know. But
yeah
if you just keep doing, if that's all you do, then you become like delusional. Then it's like,
mhm
no, you're not, that's not you. Like
yeah
you're lying. Like
yeah
for real. I get it.
I just think that and maybe I'm thinking too much about this but I do just like well and I guess I'm not that special. I feel like everyone has a lot to
Why
offer
don't you feel like you're that special?
because everyone is.
Well, so everyone should feel that way.
Yeah. But
So that
I'm
doesn't mean
saying,
that you
and I'm
shouldn't.
keeping humble too. I'm just
Okay.
saying that um, there's a part of me that I don't know. I feel like,
Okay.
I don't know. There's a drive in me that just, I know that I want to create a large platform.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I don't know exactly what I want to do with it. I feel like I have the, honestly, I feel kind of limitless, which is scary and cool at the same time.
Yeah.
Um, and until I find my niche or whatever. I'm just gonna go for it.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, like I don't know. I
What
want to
the
turn.
describe to me like what being limitless feels like. Like what
Yeah,
exactly? Because I don't think everybody I don't think everybody like knows the feeling. Like what
yeah.
does that feel like for you?
Right now, it's
Mm-hmm.
not knowing anything, but knowing it's gonna be okay.
That's a beautiful
Um,
feeling.
like again, because you asked me like, what do I want to be known for?
Mm-hmm.
Overall, overall, I just want to be known as that honest, fun, big-hearted, like hot girl
Yeah. Okay.
that that entertains us. Because at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, I like not everyone has that drive to be an entertainer, and
Right.
I think I do. There's
Okay.
that side of me. Um, but like as far as a niche or something,
Mm-hmm.
or like why exactly I want a lot of followers and stuff, I don't know. I'm hoping the Illuminati will let me know what to do with that, you
Oh my
know?
God, here we go again, dude. I knew that was
Say
coming.
what? What?
Blood.
So that I can be famous?
Can you be famous with keeping your blood? Is there a way to do that, or do you have to like give up blood to be famous?
I don't know. Ask Beyonce.
Yeah, I don't, the Beehive said I don't have enough honey to get in, so like that's not an option for me. I'm not like Jay-Z. I can't,
I
you
think I
know.
would be like a really good cult leader, though.
Why do
I
you
think
feel
I'm
that
charismatic.
way? You
I think it just
charismatic
takes
enough?
like a lot. Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah, yeah.
If you could lead
I'll
a
just
cult, what kind of cult would you lead? Like what's the whole gist of
fuck.
it?
Let's not make this about me.
Okay, we can make it about me. You want me to be the cult leader? I can do that quite well, probably. In fact, I have a cult. It's called the Level Up Discord, and it's great.
I actually wanted to talk about that a little bit. Let's find
No.
okay,
Okay.
because
All
I
right.
know we've been going. I love this, by the way.
Why?
I
Okay.
love this conversation. This has been fun.
This is awesome.
Also, for anyone who wants to judge me, especially Travis, if you're out there, he's probably like, "Oh my God, Essie, stay on topic." Can we be honest? If you've ever listened to Joe Rogan, they
Hmm.
go all over the place. Even though they have a specific topic, if you've heard, they like go everywhere.
Yeah, that's what podcasting is. It's more of it's a natural conversation. You do want to like have key points and you do want to discuss the topics that like both of the participants are like versed in
Yeah,
uh because it's a conversation.
right.
However, like it has to be like completely authentic and organic, and it has to like ebb and flow the way it needs to in order to develop to come out to the best content creation
Yes,
ever, I think, you know.
exactly. Um, so we'll like go back and then we're gonna rewind. Be
Yeah.
kind, rewind. If you're
Yeah.
old enough to know that, you're my people. Um, you
I
get
know,
it.
I know what you're talking about too. I ain't even go. Yo, I'm dead.
Blockbuster.
I know, right?
God, do you remember? Oh, Blockbuster.
30
I'm about to.
King. Yeah, dude, Blockbuster.
Those were the fucking days, man. And they
Dude,
even
and
had like,
so let's talk about this real quick though. Blockbuster was like the shit, right? But then do you
yeah,
remember when they came out with fucking what was the little red box thing? Remember Redbox?
Redbox.
Yeah,
Yes, Redbox came around the same time as like Netflix. Like, because Netflix, okay, for people
right.
who like Gen Zers, they don't know this. So
Redbox had came
Netflix,
and went so fast that like some people don't
yeah,
even know what
that's
it
what she
is.
said. Um,
I'm
I
dead, dude. You're on fire right now. Okay. Yeah,
okay.
okay.
So for Gen Zers, okay, Grandma Essie,
Hmm.
Mama Essie, she got words for you. So back in the day when Netflix came out, by the way, did you know Netflix? They were brothers. They had a falling out, and that's why Netflix started. He was like, "Fuck you, Blockbuster's going down. I'm gonna find a better way to give people movies." Did
Mm.
you know that?
I did read an article about it at a point in time last year. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, anyway, Blockbuster. I mean, Netflix used
Because
to
I
do this
didn't,
thing.
to be honest, I didn't know it was true, and like I was fact checking somebody, and I like, because I was like, nah, you lying, but I had to fact check, and I
Yeah,
was like, oh, okay, so I learned something that day.
yeah.
Yeah,
Real shit.
yeah, it is.
Um, but basically, there's this thing called mail. Okay, kids, if you're Gen Zers, um, snail mail. I'm not talking email. I'm talking. You go to a thing called the post office, or there's mailboxes where you actually get letters and send things. You know what I'm talking about. I'm just explaining it for the youngins.
Right.
Um, but yeah, snail mail. So Netflix started where you would like go online or whatever and you'd be
Hmm.
like, "Oh, I want to watch Step Brothers." I don't know, I'm giving an example.
Sure.
And you would click it and if there were enough available, they would send it to you right away.
Did you pick the movie Step Brothers for any specific reason, or was just on the top of your head, dude?
Top of my head,
Why are you
TBH.
such a step bro person, dude? Like you're a perv a little
Am I?
bit. You just said step bro. You could have said the Lion King, like
I
any.
didn't mean it like that. Get your head out of the gutters. Step Brothers is such a fucking funny.
Is
It
it
is a
really? You
classic.
couldn't pick
There's
another
so much
funny
more
note?
room for activities.
Whatever. Do we just become best friends?
Did we just become best friends?
John Stamos. No, I get it. I get it. Step bro.
Catalina wine mixer.
Fucking
Anyway.
Catalina wine mixer, dude.
See, it's a fucking good movie. I didn't even mean it that way, you motherfucker.
Oh, it is a
The
good movie,
fucking
dude.
Catalina wine
I had
mixer.
to throw it in there just because that was too easy. I had to dunk that like LeBron, bro.
That's what she said.
Oh wow. All right. But yeah, dude.
Anywho. So, yeah, so basically that's how Netflix worked. And then yeah, so like in 1 to 3 business days, you would go out to the mailbox. And by the way, I'm giving this experience um secondhand because I was too poor
Hmm.
and not cool enough to actually my parents didn't do the whole Netflix thing, so my friends did it.
Oh.
So like we'd get super excited. Like my one of my best friends in high school, like she was always on top of getting all the Netflix movies. So
Yeah.
like she'd be like, "Oh my god, I got God, now I can't think of another title of a movie. I don't know.
Zoolander,
Fucking
Zoolander,
Twilight. Twilight.
Twilight,
There we go. Oh,
Lord
Twilight."
of the Rings,
She's
Harry
like,
Potter, something, anybody. Fucking not
"Yeah."
Step Bros
And
though.
she's like, "Oh my god, you guys, I got it. It'll be here on Friday." And we're like, "Fuck yeah, sleep over at Kaylee's." Yeah,
Yeah.
I was a cool kid.
Okay. I was a
Oh
cool
yeah,
kid too.
pirated movies. Uh, but
A little
yeah,
bit.
yeah. I know you were a cool kid. But
Not
okay.
really. I was a cool kid, but like, dude, I at the end of the day, dude, like, I wasn't like, I wasn't a
Oh, I
cool
was being
kid.
sarcastic. I
I
wasn't
wasn't,
actually a cool kid.
I wasn't actually a cool kid either, but like, I
I'm on
knew some
Twitch
of them.
now. I feel
Yeah,
like no one who is actually a cool kid is streaming on Twitch.
I don't
I'm
think so
kidding.
either. I don't know.
Right?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say, dude, because I don't fucking know, bro. Like, I don't feel like I was a cool kid. I feel like I knew who they were, and I was
Yes.
cool. I was cool
I
with
was
them,
yes,
but like,
I
I
was just
wasn't the
gonna say
guy,
the same
dude. Like,
thing. I
like
was
that's just.
cool with the cool kids, but I
I
wasn't a
wasn't a
cool
cool
kid.
kid. Yeah, all right.
Yes.
So at least we're in the same
Like
boat. We're in the same
so
boat.
like I was the person that I mean everyone knew my name. Like I'd say
Yeah,
hi. I had my rounds. Like I would talk to everyone in different cliques and clubs and whatever.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But if
yeah.
you were to go to my high school and ask people like, "Oh, was Esperanza popular?" They'd be like, "Who?" "Oh, the really loud Mexican cheerleader?" "Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how it'd be at my high school too. They'd be
yeah."
like, "Oh, that guy." You
Yes.
smoked a lot of pot, dude. Like he fucking
Oh, you were a stoner.
yeah. When I was in high school, dude, I was a stoner.
See, I was too scared. I was pretty straight edge.
I was an athlete and a stoner, but I was also a nerd too, dude. Like I was watching anime and I was watching a lot of anime in high school too, dude. I covered a lot of ground, dude. I did music,
So,
yeah,
same. Okay. So, I was talking about this on my stream last night while
yeah.
we were playing Among Us, and I was saying I did a little bit of everything. So, I did cheer,
Mm-hmm.
and I was on swim team. So that covers the sporty side of me.
Right,
But
right.
then here's where it gets crazy. I was like in FBLA,
Okay.
Future Business Leaders of America,
Right.
and student council. So that's like when I think of like what you think cool kids do, that's like what anyone does. Then you want to talk about nerdy shit. I was in theater
Okay.
and I was in show choir. So yeah, I was like
Okay.
everywhere. Yeah, like I did it all. I did it all. So like I hung out with like the weird theatrical kids, gothy kids. I hung out with the eccentric something about choir girls. Like we really like attention.
Dude, honestly, I got some stories about choir girls that I can't get into right now, but yeah,
Mhm.
they
Yeah.
love attention, dude.
Yeah. And then I hung out with the go-getters of FBLA and student council. And then I was in cheerleading and swimming. So like basically I was a white girl who was not white at all. Yeah. Yeah. Like let's be real,
That's
right?
hilarious, dude. No, I get it. I get it.
Like so you never had a chance to be a top cheerleader? No, I did not have the chance cuz have you seen how thick I am? I was the fucking awesome base though.
You were the
I could lift
base.
those
You can
bitches.
lift them.
Mhm.
Yeah, dude. Throw
That's the
those little
thing.
girls up
Okay, in
there.
cheerleading, I'm going to say something. Everyone's always like, "Oh my god, the top girls," cuz they're the ones you can see. But like let's talk about all the fucking like my legs. You have to have a lot of like power. Like you're literally using your strength to like lift this girl and catch her and I broke my nose
Really? How did you
in a
break your nose? Cheerleading?
yeah, so bad that like when I went the I had to get surgery to get it broken back and my surgeon told me
Wow.
that the only time he's ever seen the break that I got is with like hockey players or like NFL players. Straight up.
Wow.
It was
Wow.
like a freak accident. Yeah. Yeah. It was yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So like how far into cheerleading did you go? Did you like do it in like college or whatever, or is that
No, so
just a high school
I
thing?
actually ended up quitting my sophomore year, like after my sophomore year. I didn't
Okay.
audition or sorry, try
Try
out
out.
again
Yeah.
my junior year. Um my I just didn't see myself getting any better. Like it was like it was kind of like a dead like and the girls were very stereotypical.
Mm-hmm.
Um
Like fucking what's that movie franchise? Like Step It Up
yes. But I
or
don't even mean like that. Like the stereotypical like
or
I'm popular
Bring
and
It
like
On. I'm sorry, not Step It Up. Bring It
bring it
On.
on.
Yeah, the
Yeah, yeah,
Bring It
I
On
knew what you
bitches.
meant.
Yeah,
Uh,
okay.
trust me.
I know jazz
It's
hands. I know.
spirit fingers,
Spirit fingers.
jazz hands, spirit fingers, whatever.
Yeah.
No, like they were just like bitchy girls. I didn't really fit in either. That's a whole other thing too. Like my heart was absolutely broken. I overheard a mom talking shit about me, saying that I was the diversity, not diversity hire. What's the word? The
Oh no, really?
yeah.
A mother
hmm
said that?
She was bitter because her daughter
What?
didn't get on the team, and my
Oh
school is
wow.
yeah,
Are
my
you
high
for
school.
real?
Mhm. I
That's
recently looked at the demographics of the high school that I went to,
hmm
and it is like 87% white. And then next after that, it's like, I don't know, like 5% Hispanic, and then like 2% black, and then other,
yeah. Where'd
or
you go to
something
high
like
school?
that.
Did you went in Ohio, right? Or
No,
no, where'd
Colorado.
you went to Colorado. Okay, that
Mhm.
makes a lot of
Yes.
difference. There you go. That makes more sense now.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm. Very, very diverse. Totally. No, so like that goes into a whole other thing, and then
Yeah.
I that never really left my head. Like I didn't really know how to process that.
Is it still
Uh
in your paradigm today? Like your mental view of the world? Like do you still
um it's
factor that in?
actually, I think more than it was. I think now I've noticed it more. I feel like I chose not to notice it because I didn't want to be like that person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then I realized, like, how fucked up is it that I'm worried about being that person when it's my reality, and I can go into like, like systematic, like ingrained
hmm
racism and stuff, how
hmm
things, I didn't realize people, it's almost, how do I say it? I didn't know any different. I
Right.
didn't know that the way that people were treating me or the things that they were saying was in fact prejudice or
hmm
racist, because
Right.
that's all I knew.
Right. Right.
So,
It's the
as
culture and of the environment around you. So like that's just
yes,
all kind of And yeah.
yes.
Do you feel like you're a
So,
product of your environment, or do you feel like you broke the mold and you were able to like become the person that you were designed to be?
yes and no.
Okay.
But that's a whole other thing too, because
Okay.
I feel like my most recent life lesson taught me, I think one of my lessons that I learned was like, as much, you really have to work to ensure that you don't be it's very easy to become a product of your environment and
Yeah.
fall back into habits that will keep you there. And at the same time,
hmm
you can overcome that.
I agree. I agree.
So,
What was your key to overcoming not being a victim of your environment?
um my last relationship, I was in a domestic violence situation,
Gotcha.
um and ended up in a domestic violence shelter,
Mm-hmm.
which is why I hate Amaranth, because she lied about that shit and she can go to hell. Anyway, I just like so I don't fuck around with that stuff. Anyway,
Isn't that sad that she did that though? That's so
oh,
sad.
I
That's so
bring it up
sad.
a lot because it's disgusting.
It's just sad. I don't understand how
It's
people like what's
yeah.
the point of that? But that's yeah, I don't want to get into that too tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but that's good to
But
know.
anywho,
Yeah.
so I like my turning point
Mm-hmm.
was I was sitting in this, so a domestic violence shelter is essentially, it's a homeless shelter. I was situationally homeless.
Mm-hmm.
Um I had my dog Bodie with me, and then, I mean, literally in the room next to me, a woman was doing meth. Like, I was in this, like, I'm sitting
Bad.
there
Yeah.
with nothing, with
Yeah.
absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh my God, here I am. I've worked my entire life to not end up
With nothing.
in a relationship with someone that was like my biological mom. I have the education,
Mm-hmm.
like I should know better. And
Right.
yet here I am. I fell for a narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
Um and sorry, somewhat Bruca, it's all good. Um I I found myself back in a place that I never wanted to be.
Right.
And in that moment, I was like, okay, I can continue to sit here, um, a victim
Mm-hmm.
and a product of my environment, a stereo, like I was like the stereotype of someone who's experienced like daddy issues, mommy issues.
Yeah. All the things that
Um,
we all go through. Yeah, sure thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
And in that moment, I was like, I can either let, like, I can either question why is this happening to me, or
Mm-hmm.
I can change the perspective to
Mm-hmm.
why is this happening for me?
Mm-hmm. That's a good
And I took
outlook.
that, yeah, and
Did you come up with that by yourself, or did you have help along the way to help you get to that mental state?
I think because of everything. So it's interesting because I feel like because of a lot of things, and again, I can go in, this is a whole other rabbit hole because I spent a lot of time with shamans. I think I've told you this,
Mm-hmm.
with shamans and plant medicine and all of that, and doing a lot of healing
Sure.
from my past traumas. Because I'm diagnosed with PTSD, and I think had all of those shitty things not happened before, I wouldn't have been prepared to shift my mindset this time around,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense.
It does. It makes a lot of sense. It makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense. I think that I think that you're a good role model and a good instrument for people, uh, like a measuring tool, if you will, like for people to like gauge themselves against, because from the sounds of it, like your experience in life has definitely brought you some trauma, but like you're still in the position to be victorious.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that you're thriving. You're 30 and you're flirty, and that's probably why you're thriving. But like,
Uh,
you know how like old people a lot of times they just say keep on living, like as long as you're living life day to day, you usually like learn something about yourself or other people or the world or
mm-hmm.
something. Like you're gonna learn, it's just
Yeah.
like how you apply the lessons that you learn that makes
Yeah.
you more effective, more influential, more successful, and those things. And I think you've hit the stride to where like you're starting to figure out all of that. And with more
Yeah.
practice comes like mastery.
Yeah.
So
Do you think it comes with age, like in your experience?
I think I think that yes, I think half of it is age. I think with age comes wisdom because like
Mm-hmm.
you've seen it before and you're just more prepared. um the life experience is the preparation. However, at the same time, I think that hardship helps put to an effect or helps kick into gear. It helps people apply the lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Without the hardship, without the tough times, like because tough times don't last, but tough people do, right? If a person's will is weak or if their idea of themselves isn't strong, I think definitely they can be victimized and fall into like a vicious cycle of why poor me, why me, instead of like lacing up their bootstraps, pulling themselves up out of the trenches and saying, you know what? I might have a hurt leg, but I'm gonna walk today. I might
Mm-hmm.
not feel like I'm the best singer, but my parents paid for these lessons and I'm gonna go to this class or
Mm.
whatever the case may be. I might not be the prettiest girl in school, but today I'm gonna wear this dress that my grandma bought me for Easter. Whatever
You
the
are
case may
the
be.
prettiest girl.
Am I the prettiest girl?
You're the prettiest.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're the most handsome fella. So,
Oh my God, I try.
yeah, do you?
It's the beard,
Is
right?
it? Yeah, it's a lovely beard. I love it. How do you like my lipstick? Is it cute?
Oh, girl, killing it, killing
I
it.
know, right? You're so
But
funny.
I know that. So, oh my gosh. So, I like before we go to the next, because I don't even know how to transition this back, because I want to go back to like you have a lot going on here on Twitch.
Yes,
And
I
I
do.
just want you to be able to talk about that a little bit. Um, with your Discord, with your community, like, because you gave us a little bit of background of like how you found Twitch, but like
Yeah.
tell us a little more about your goals and ambitions and what you're doing now with it.
Okay, so now, with my whole Twitch endeavors nowadays is basically I'm basically just I'm out here, I don't really do I try not to do a lot of like self-promotion or anything like that. Really, my thing is kind of predicated on like the strength of like my team and the people around me. I definitely try and surround myself with people who have mutual qualities that either I possess myself and want to continue to keep sharp and improve upon, or people who possess like qualities that I don't innately have for myself, but I do want to possess, right? So that's my structure. And I definitely uh try and look for people much like yourself and others who are looking to grow, and I try and support them as much as possible. And I definitely try and um connect the dots, man, and just introduce like good people to more good people. I try and let the people that, like my comrades, everybody that I deal with, like I let them know like what my agenda is, where I'm at, who I'm supporting and why. And a lot of times that creates a little bit of controversy because not everybody's gonna see everything the same way. But,
Right.
I love what I love, and there's a reason why I love it, and I just definitely try and put my best effort to explain why I love. But at the end of the day, I'm not out to prove anything to anybody or people please. I just want to be the best that I can be. And I feel like a good way for me to do that is to definitely just have strong bonds and strong relationships and be like as honorable as I can for the most part and be accountable for my actions, and try and follow through with everything I say I'm gonna do, and try and be there for people. There's a lot of sacrifice involved with that, because we're all
Yeah.
busy. We have time and friends, family, jobs,
Right.
etc. However, at the end of the day, like I'm just really looking, I really thrive on making the best connections. Like I never want to be the
Mm.
best. If I am, that's okay. But realistically, I want my relationship to be like close to the best. If I'm not the best, I want to
Mm.
talk to the best, know the best, be around the people who, and that's really it. And
Yeah.
a lot of what I do is, just uh like I said before, just, making sure that the people around me f feel the support and that they're growing and they're doing the best that they can do as individuals, and that I think that the stronger the individual is, like collectively, it makes, the sphere of influence like a lot stronger. So,
Mm.
um, and you're a huge part of that, and I commend you on your efforts. I think that you work very hard and you're doing extremely well. And
Thank you.
yeah, I do believe that. And for me, I have a lot going on, and so like a lot of 21 and 22, my format was like let me take a back seat and let me try
Mm.
and do for others, as much as possible. And now in 23, like I feel like I've spent 2 years doing that, so like now I'm trying to switch up the format and be more me.
Yeah.
Um,
As you should be.
I mean, but it's hard. It's a hard transition because like,
Absolutely.
um, I'm a person who definitely thrives on like, being of service to someone. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I've I've lived a life that's, I got a few skeletons in my closet. So I feel
Yeah.
like a way for me to like overcome some of those battles is for me to like definitely try and give back as
Yeah.
often as possible, as much as possible, because I think that's the only way you can like maintain or obtain and maintain um like a high stakes position in this world. Like in order to
Yeah.
keep the gift of like freedom and success, like you have to be able to give some of it away.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to be greedy or anything.
But you can't give something you don't have. Like it's that love bucket, It's like if
Yeah, that's
you
very
if
true.
you keep emptying it, then
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing there's you have to have it filled in return. And I mean, it makes perfect sense
Mm-hmm.
that you feel guilty about trying to have like to make it about you because our society has like from the time we were young, we learned to not be selfish. And so we have taken that and internalized it or
Mm-hmm.
you know
Right.
made things by prioritizing ourselves.
Right.
We've taken that as being selfish and selfish is bad.
Right.
And
And
it's
it's
not.
it's not. It's
It's
almost like a Jedi mind trick. It's like they don't want you to care about yourself, which
mm,
is crazy because that's like the idea of life. The number one law in life is like self-preservation. We're all trying to live,
yeah,
right? So like if you're not trying to preserve your life, then what are you doing? You know what I'm
right.
saying? So like I definitely get it. I definitely get it. I feel
And
like go ahead.
no. I did not mean to interrupt.
No,
Keep
you're
going.
fine. No.
I loved what you were saying.
No, I mean, and like furthermore, I just feel like with self-preservation, if you can help other people sustain themselves and like create like longevity, you know what I'm
Mm,
saying? I definitely feel like the more longevity that you create for other people, like adds to the longevity that you have for yourself long term. So
yeah.
I think it's a good model for like sustaining like long term. So
Yeah.
that's a lot of what my social media is about, man. Like I'm very connected to like, like all my friends on that I met on Twitch and stuff, like a lot of us we've already met in real life. We
That's
continue to
amazing.
make plans and efforts and vacations and to continue to do further meetups. Um and like I call like it's past the point like we're brothers now. I don't even call them friends, like we're
Yeah.
family, like we're brothers. Then sometimes brothers fight,
Brothers
and
from other mothers.
yeah, that's really all it is to me because like I mean, like for people who are there for you, you love them like family, whether they're blood or not, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's really what it is. If they love you and they support you, like that is what family is, just showing love and support, like caring for people or whatever. So I definitely feel like like my adventures on just on any social media, whether it's Twitch, Discord, um, playing games, VR chat, or Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever it is, like I just like really try and, you know, find the good in people, overlook the bad, but don't ever put myself in a vulnerable position to where like somebody's toxicity or opinions of themselves or them projecting. I try not to let any of that hurt me. And the best way I can do that is by having the, like, strong-willed, strong-minded, very adamant people around me who are always going to try and have my best interests in mind. So I just try and
Yeah.
search for those people. And when I find them, I do everything I can to like keep them in my world, no matter what it takes.
Oh, and that speaks volumes about you and your character too. So I love that. I really do. And ah, it just makes me it gives me hope and like makes me excited again to just keep pushing forward and
Yeah.
realize that like something good will come of this, even if it's just forming a few good relationships
Hmm.
on here. So I love hearing that. I
Yeah.
do. I
I'm
do.
I'm glad that you love to hear it, man, 'cause like it's really what it is. Like it'll never be anything else for me. Not
Yeah.
right now. I don't ever really see it being anything besides that. Because realistically, when I first came to Twitch, like it was it was I was coming out of the hardest time of my life, man. Like I had gone through a real yeah, a real bad breakup. I was at a real bad place.
Mm.
Like, I was very depressed. I had a lot of legal troubles. I think I was like on probation or parole or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, like at the time I was lonely. I needed friends, man. I needed to feel like a sense of value because I had previously like my
Connection.
yeah, my sense of value was tied to my relationship and I had lost that. So I felt like
Mm.
on a personal level I had lost like my sense of value and I was
Yeah.
definitely looking for like a new way to find value in myself and I felt like
Mm.
making new friends and new connections would be a good start. And I just never stopped that. Like I'm addicted to like getting new friends and making new creation or new relationships and trying to create better bonds with
Yeah.
people, because that's what helped me get myself out of a bad place. So
Yeah.
I think if it can help me get out of a bad place, it can help keep me in a good place, and that's where I want to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And it's just again, it's so powerful hearing that. Um I don't I am victim of being that not victim, that's not the right word. Guilty of um I of social media and
Mm.
everything like chatting with people over the
Yeah.
interweb. Like this is all new to me.
Oh, really?
I
Okay.
grew up, you know, in a family that like
They look down
I
on
mean,
stuff like that. They shunned it a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah, and
get it. I
especially
get
because
it.
like I'm still in that generation where I've experienced not having the internet and having the
Mm-hmm. The
internet.
hand, yeah, I'm with
And
you.
I really gravitated towards the idea of like screen time is bad and social media is bad for your mental health
Listen,
and stuff.
it
So,
can be though, and
it
that's the thing.
can.
It
It's
really kind of
balancing.
is. There is a
And it,
balance, but here's the thing. Like when there's no oversight, which it really isn't a lot of these days, because we've grown to a place that we need our phones and technology and the internet for everything. We can't do our banking without it, our grocery shopping, our alarm systems on our homes and everything is all linked and it's all connected to that, right?
yeah.
But so is a lot of our entertainment, our Netflix, our
Hmm.
SoundCloud, our Apple Music, whatever it is, it's all derives on that as well. So it's like
Hmm.
if you don't take the balance or if there's no oversight because it's like, well, you have to have it for X, Y, and Z, which is like the business end of things, but also equally attached to that is like the entertainment side of things. It's like, where do you draw
Right.
the line? You know,
Hmm.
it makes it
It's
so
all
hard.
balance. It's all balance and boundaries,
Yeah,
just like anything in life, like
yeah.
fortunately or unfortunately. So, um, so I guess before we get on to like the next juicy,
Oh,
juicy conversation,
uh-oh.
what's something that I'm going to give you a chance for quick elevator speech? Like
Okay,
someone comes to your Discord or your channel.
okay.
What are you about? Like, what do you want them to know about your
Oh,
community?
oh, about me and my community? Oh no.
Yeah.
Um, I think at the end of the day, we're a solid bunch. We're a solid bunch. Some of us, um, you know, and in my community, I try and make a way and allow avenues for people to be themselves and people to be people. But at the same time, I'm a very strong personality, so like if things are like too chaotic or out of order, like it's gotta line up. Like I'm not gonna actually let you act like a fool around me, because I'm not foolish, and like I'm not gonna let you being in my proximity allow me to look foolish. So like you gotta do it right. But at the same time, like we're very fun, you know, and we definitely we're very, very much so connected, man. Like we definitely spend a lot of time. One of the things that I definitely pride myself on is like how much interaction time like we do have on Twitch and Discord. We look at
Mhm.
numbers, we um it chats, you know, I try not to like, you know, to take a look at like, you know, the gifts and the things like that because I never want it to be like a a pissing contest or anything like that or a competition be amongst friends or anything like that, but we're very tight knit, you know what I'm saying? And I think that like if you're a person who's out there who just wants to be around solid people, for the most part, like it's definitely like a place for you. Like you can find a place. Um, because, you know, I don't really yeah, I don't really identify with anybody who's not trying to do better for themselves or who doesn't want to see other people do the best that they can do. So
Yeah.
that's really what so my community is predicated on and what it's built off of. And that's never gonna change. We always want to see the Essies of the world do great. New streamers are born every
Stop
day.
buttering me up.
What do you mean? You asked the question. I have to answer. Like, you want me? Like, they told me not to lie, so I'm telling you the truth. Like, what do you mean?
The
This
Essies of the world,
the Essies
whatever.
of the world, for real. I mean, because new Twitchers are born every day, and some
Right.
of them, not everybody has like the wherewithal or the talent, you know, but some of them do, you know. Some people have the drive and some people have like the natural like gifts to just do things. And so I just try and find the people who, you know, have a little bit of the right mix and try and propel them in the right direction. And a lot of my friends in network they do the same thing. So um yeah, I just want to be as honest and as honorable as I can to maintain relationships and promote growth. And if you're a person who likes to see other people grow, it's my place is definitely a place for you. I would say that.
I love that. And then anyone who doesn't know this handsome soul, so his and I wish I would have like put his your name up here, but it's A plus underscore ultra, right?
Yeah. I mean, here, I'll link it
And
right now if you want me
yeah, if
to.
you
I
can
don't know
link it
why
and
you're
then
doing this though. I'm not like the link myself guy. I don't like that.
well, but like that's part of the reason that I want to do this. Again, it goes back into like
Yeah.
creating, like, you should be able to, like, everyone needs their time to shine and be able to talk about what they do. Like, we all work hard here. And I'm asking you to brag a little bit. Like,
Yeah. I'm
um,
not good at that. Like I've definitely been like since uni years, I've been on like the humble train for a long while, so you have to forgive me. But you're
no,
right. The
it's all
2023
good.
is definitely like the year where I want to be like more of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
So, and when I'll make sure to, because I just wanted to say that again, just because I'll be uploading this. And so if anyone sees it at a later time, when I'll be uploading it on YouTube, and so I'll make sure to put your info there too,
yeah.
just in case anyone wants to come
Oh God.
check you out
Yeah, no,
and
they're
hop on that
I'm getting
Discord.
follows now. Like this is crazy. Thank you for the follows, everybody. I appreciate it. You guys are
Yeah.
wonderful. Yeah.
And I've guilty as charged. I've totally eavesdropped on some of your Discord talks. Like it'll be like the general chat, and I'm like, "Hey guys," they're like, "Who the fuck is this?" I'll put and like I'll automatically put it on video, and I'm like,
Dude, they,
Does
yeah, dude, they get so like shocked, deer in headlights moment, and then like they're like
he?
so in awe, and then like when you leave, they're like,
I feel like they're not. I feel like all those guys are just like, oh my god, this
no,
is
dude,
so
he
weird.
if you knew him like I knew him, dude, like they love it. They low key love it. And then like
Oh my god,
yeah, it's
it's
like
so
what
much fun.
yeah, it is. It's a lot of fun, dude. Because
It's
it's
good
they
people.
don't yeah, I think it's like because they realize like what I've been telling them and what I've been preaching for like 2 years, like they're starting to see it more clearly. It's like, dude, it's gonna work. It just take time. It's not about like
Yeah.
the quantity of it's like the quality of the
Mm,
people.
quality,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
I was telling you about this too. I don't know if it was on the stream
yeah.
or like right before about like, oh, I guess I kind of talked about it on my stream
A little bit.
or a little bit about like how even like with my spicy page. That's
Yeah,
the way that I've been approaching it.
yeah,
I I don't care if I have 1,000 people on it. It's
yeah. Just give me the ones that matter. That's
the
it. Just
ones
give me the ones
that are
that
gonna
matter.
spoil me.
Yeah, yeah.
Kidding.
And like honestly, I feel the same way. Like I definitely want to be around the people that like are gonna give me, a certain level of focus and attention that like is good for like me. Because if not, I can't stay engaged. And if I'm not engaged, what am I doing? I'm just wasting my time doing this.
Yeah, I
So
feel that.
yeah, for sure.
So, oh my gosh. So now I'm gonna kind of change the subject and we're
Okay.
gonna talk about this,
All
okay?
right. I'm
We're gonna
ready.
talk all things love and relationships. Wait, before
Okay.
I do this real quick,
Okay.
can we just pause real quick? I
Absolutely.
need to I really have to pee. I'm not gonna lie. I
No,
was
go
trying to come up
pee.
with an excuse really quick off the top of my tongue. I was like, I need to I have to pee, okay?
Yeah,
I,
go
I
pee.
really have to pee. I'm just being
No,
honest.
you're fine. Take your time. I'll be here.
But hang tight for a sec because maybe this is a great transition
Okay.
because yeah, yeah.
No
Okay.
worries. No worries. No
Okay. I'll
worries.
be
I
right back.
appreciate that. Yeah. No. So, for anybody who's in chat, I just want to say, thank you guys for tuning in. This has been very special. This is a surprise to me. Um, Essie has been great. I'm very happy that she asked me to, do something like this along with her. I'm actually very proud of her because I feel like this is her like reaching outside of her comfort zone. So, um, it's been great in that regard. Thank you for everybody who came over and dropped follows. I really appreciate that also. And for this next little bit, I will try and do everything I can to give you guys solid content. I know you guys probably weren't expecting this in there much, so more here for her or whatever. So I appreciate you guys tolerating me for the duration of this stream, and it's been awesome. It really has been. For the chatters in the viewers in my chat room, hello. Sorry that I've been kind of neglecting you guys and more so just been focused on the podcast. I apologize about that. I am a trash streamer, and we all know this. The reason why you guys show up every stream, I have no idea. I'm still confused. And hopefully we can get to a place to where, I get better at this, you know. But I appreciate everybody and I yeah, I'm kind of like shocked right now. But this is a good moment. This is definitely a good moment. Uh, and likewise, furthermore, I'd like to say Happy New Year's to everybody. I hope that 2023 does us all like significantly better than 22 did us, because, you know, who needs 2022 again? And other than that, man, continue to support us if you're enjoying the content, man. Drop follows, like, subscribe, like, you know, all the normal, regular stuff. And yeah, I mean, that's really all I got, dude. I'm not, I'm trying here. Yes, I do believe it's gonna be a wild ride this year. I'm ready for it though. I'm excited. I definitely feel like thanks, Sauce, I appreciate it, man. Like, nah, like I'm just, I'm just really kind of here, man. What's next for me? All right, so what's next for me? Man, I got a few things going on, but like really for me, I'm just kind of consolidating, man. I'm really trying to stay focused on like um myself and getting more quality content out there. Like I definitely am a gamer, in Discord. We do the anime thing. We do a lot of studies and just, crazy like YouTube stuff sometimes. Um, but for the most part, like I'm looking to do some more collabs and just more so like just stay focused on continue to help, the streamers that I care about grow. Um,
Hey, I am so sorry. I also had to take a quick smoke
no, you're
break.
fine. That's good.
Um
I'm happy to hear
um
that.
just because, I can't, yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Anyway.
No, you're good.
Okay. So, I'm going to play a quick little YouTube excerpt. What's the word? An excerpt?
Excerpt.
That's how you say it, right?
Yes.
Um, now I have the hiccups. Hold on. Oh my
You're,
goodness. So, let me bring this over here. And then we'll kind of get into the juice. 2 hours later. Let's see here. Going here. Oops. Hold on. Sorry. Let me go back.
all right.
That first go round,
Okay.
I definitely was not getting Wife of the Year awards.
Okay, good.
I had some focus issues.
Sure.
In our first marriage, neither one of us felt like the marriage should get in the way of our dating. And so
Oh my god, that
part of
sentence.
it
You
was
and I
like
are identical. I was
keeping up with his activities. And I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like, oh, that's what you're doing? Oh, you're going to feel this one.
Right.
And
Okay.
I just felt entitled to it as well. I was paying all the bills, I was working my ass off, and it was just dysfunctional from day one.
Yeah.
As for Chris, the former Jacksonville Jaguars player has no ill will towards his ex-wife. He tells E! News, "What I do know is that she appears to be very happy with her new family and she's continued to do very well with her career and activism. I wish her and her family nothing but the best." These days, Gabrielle and husband Dwayne Wade, who tied the knot in 2014, are raising a big fam full of love and support. And last year, the actress shared the most valuable knowledge she's learned since becoming a mom, saying on Instagram, "The
Okay.
best parenting advice I've been given is to
So-
understand that no two journeys are the same. So try to do what's best for you and err on the side of
So,
Okay.
okay. So, what are your initial thoughts after hearing and watching? What are your initial thoughts? Is there ever and watching? Is it justified? Do you think it's a justification that he was also cheating? And do you think that she was the one making the money, bringing home the bacon. Like, he was also cheating, and is it justified?
I
He was
mean,
the one
it,
making the
it,
money, bringing home
to
the
to
bacon.
me,
Like,
in my world, no,
okay,
no.
is it
And
justified?
the reason why I would say that is like, to me, in my world, no.
Okay.
No, I don't know. I don't do well with that because like realistically, like my last relationship or situation, like there was,
Infidelity.
yeah, infidelity or whatever, and like why do that? Why do we
Mm.
have to do that? Like, and even like the way I look at it, the simple math is two rights don't make a wrong,
Mm.
and two
Mm.
wrongs don't make a right. Right?
Mm.
So if everybody's doing right, there is no wrong. And if everybody doing wrong, there is no right. So if you foul up, that's on you. But I still gotta do what's right for me. And even though I might want to seek revenge or I might be hurt or whatever, like acting out and trying to keep the playing field level and stuff like that, that's just I think that puts you in a state to where like you're going down the wrong path. Like it's not a
Mm.
competition on, to me, love or relationship shouldn't be a competition about like eye for an eye. Like you did it to me, so I'm free to do it or whatever. Like if I have a girl who wants to, eat cake and pasta every day and she, doesn't want to work out and get fat, that's her. I don't care, but I want to not, be that way. So I'm going to eat healthy and work out or whatever. So,
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. To me, it's tough. Like, I get it. Like, you might be the breadwinner, you might be bringing home the bacon or whatever, but like, as far as justification purposes, like, nah, I can't go there. That's not the type of person that I am. And I could be wrong for that, but that's just me.
Let's play a little game.
All right,
Let's
sure.
let's
What's the game? I'm scared now. I don't
so
do games really.
um okay.
All right.
Um I am going to I'm gonna think of like hypothetical situations
Okay, you got it.
where someone could potentially argue that the
Okay.
cheating is justified,
Okay.
or if it's even cheating.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
I'm down for
I,
this.
I I feel like we're gonna do like a little like talk talk ethics a little, cause
Okay.
like, is it
I'm
ever
down for
okay?
that. Yeah, no, I love
Yeah,
that. I
let's
love
fucking
this.
go.
I'm
Okay,
I'm
okay.
excited for
So
this
I'm
one.
trying to think of like a really far-fetched idea right now.
Okay.
Okay,
This is something that P does very well. She comes up with like the most craziest scenarios and she makes you like
I'm
pick
so
a side.
excited to have her on here. I'm gonna do
You
this with
should
her.
be. I think you guys are gonna have a
I think
lot of
we're gonna have
fun.
so much
So
fun.
much fun. I'm actually gonna I'm gonna be in the back sitting like listening to it because it might go crazy. I'm scared a little bit, but go
I'm
ahead.
excited for Monday. I'm doing this with
Yeah,
Viv.
yeah, yeah. I'm
And
excited for that too.
from what I've watched some of her streams, she's so cute. I
She
feel
is.
like I think she's a little more calm than
She's
I.
very calm, but she has a lot of fortitude. She's very like direct.
Yes.
She's very
Yeah.
direct.
She's so cute.
She
Like I
is.
said, I haven't seen any girls on here who, let's be honest, aren't cute. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so
No, I like
let's
Viv.
say,
Mm-hmm.
let's say you're in a committed relationship and the person you love is driving on the highway
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden it's icy and a huge semi truck goes and then it hits her and she rolls like 10 times and survives.
My
But here's the
God.
caveat.
Okay.
She's in a coma
Oof.
for 3 years.
Oof. Okay.
You don't know if she's gonna survive it. For all you know, you might have to pull the plug any day.
This sounds like Inception
And
almost, dude. This is
and
tough.
I'm giving you I'm laying it out. Okay, so anyway,
All right, I'm with it.
let
Let's
me
do
continue
this.
with my hypothetical.
Okay.
So, um, you are feeling at first it's like you're missing her physically
Mm-hmm.
and you're like physically tapped out of it. But then now it starts turning into this like mental and emotional, like you just need to connect emotionally.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, someone in your support group,
Mm-hmm.
because in this hypothetical, you're going to a support group
Sure.
for partners of people in hypothetical comas.
Okay. Okay, hypothetical comas. I got you.
and then you start talking to this person and emotionally you start feeling really connected
Yeah.
to this person.
Okay.
If and this is part of the hypothetical too,
Okay.
because this could actually go two directions. Actually, but you know what? We need to pause on this hypothetical because there's another thing we need to address before we
Okay.
even get into this hypothetical.
Okay, let's address it.
Do you think
Mm-hmm.
having an emotional connection with someone is cheating?
Past a certain extent, yes.
Explain
Yes.
that.
Okay, I feel like when you're in I feel like that's really what cheating is. It starts, I think that like, okay, you remember
But
how
but
well,
is it? Can't you cheat without being emotionally attached to someone?
you can. You can. I think that having an emotional attachment to someone, like let's say hypothetically you and I in a relationship, right? Hypothetically. If you are emotionally because emotions in a relationship, that's the resource. That's where the love and everything derives from, right? It's like
Mm-hmm.
the natural resources, like what sustains it, right? If you emotionally are giving our resources to like another country on the side, right? And then, it's time for us to go to war and we don't have enough bullets to fight because, there's something going on in my job or there's something going on with your family and it starts to put tension and strife between us and emotionally you're going to somewhere else, right? For support and you're giving that away instead of giving it to me for me to draw new energy to take to work or to help you give you advice for your family or to possibly intervene with your family, then you're robbing us of you're robbing us, I feel like, personally. Now, I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but like that's just kind of how it feels to me. Like I feel like if you can have emotional connections, but at no point in time should the emotional connection that you have with anybody be stronger than what we got going on. And I feel that if I ever feel like that's the case, then like it's gonna bring back some damage.
Okay.
Mm.
So I have another question for you then.
Okay.
Is one type of cheating better or worse than another? So, like, just physical connection versus an emotional, or I would even say intellectual connection.
Oof. Yeah. So like that's tough. I think the I think that like having like a mental or emotional connection with someone like I think I think personally, I think that that one's worse because it
With the
has,
emotional.
yeah, because it has all of the remnants of like, like I did because a lot of people who are in that position, they're like, well, like we didn't physically do anything. That's always what they go back to, right? Like well, we didn't touch, we didn't do this, we didn't do that. But it takes them away from what they did do. You did spend time, you did give like of yourself, whether that's your conversation, your attention, whatever it was that you gave, like you still willingly gave that. Now you don't have to give up all the goods and have, your legs in the air with your tatas out and all that. But the fact that you're willing to give like the things of value that I value away, uh, to me that's a little bit more egregious. You know what I'm saying? I would rather you give everything away than give the things that I value most. Because like let's be
Yeah.
honest, as adults, dude, sex is cool. We've all had it, I hope at least, or whatever.
What's
It's
that?
great. Just like sex, like the physical act of like love or whatever.
I don't
Sex?
know what that is.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It's a thing. We'll Google it later after stream. Okay. So,
I heard that there's a really good page with SE underscore got back where
mm-hmm.
you can learn a lot about it.
Yeah, yeah. We'll let's go ahead
My
and
shameless plug.
shameless plug, dude. Oh wow.
Okay, hold on. We need to pause this real quick because
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about this comment.
Yeah.
So someone said depends on the gender for like what's worse. I understand where they're coming from, and also I disagree because that's a generalization. I feel like we're just assuming that one is worse than the other for the gender.
I mean, I kind of get it. I kind of get it.
Playing devil's advocate, and this is also coming from like
Well,
book knowledge.
like if I'm gonna be honest, like if we're gonna put it if we're gonna put it on the gender side of things,
Yeah, let's do this.
I,
Let's
I'll
go there. Let's
I'll
go there.
listen, and I might get a lot of heat for this, but like I'll say it's worse for the
Let's
man.
hear it.
I'll say it's worse for the man because realistically, like I don't know how other guys operate, but like most dudes I know and the way I operate is like if you give enough attention and keep trying to like put your advances out there at some like it's if you do it right, you can pretty much break a girl down over time, dude.
Wait,
Like,
hold on. Hold on. I don't know if we're talking about the same. Wait,
okay,
explain that a little more. Cuz so I guess the way that I took it is
okay.
like
Like
cuz
it,
we were cuz and I don't know. And actually we can take it any way we want. This is
okay.
our show. This is our
Yeah,
time.
this is our
But
thing.
like I guess my question more
Mm-hmm.
specific or going along with the cuz and like that um and maybe I'm misunderstanding what he's saying, but
Okay.
what I got from it is like um um because I asked you what's worse, like physical or emotional cheating,
Emotional.
or is one worse than the other? And also like what those different types of cheating mean by gender. Like, so, okay, for example, I believe that cheating is wrong.
I
Period.
believe that as
End of
well.
story. I agree. I agree.
Okay.
Because cheating is lying. And what you were saying, if you're putting that much effort
Mm-hmm.
into sneaking around instead of trying to fix
Yeah.
or to keep a relationship strong and healthy, like that's
Yeah.
fucked up. That's
It
shady.
is. It is.
And that goes back to like my morals and my values,
Right.
authenticity. And so um let me read this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So hate the only but most women don't even want multiple men. Men can't. That's a whole other thing. Hold on. Well, hold on. I love the chat. I love where this is going, but like one thing at a time. So I think that as a woman,
Mm-hmm.
if I had to pick, like if I got cheated on, I personally, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather get cheated on physically because as a woman, I know that it's a lot harder for a man to become emotionally attached.
Really?
If that
Okay.
makes sense.
Dude, I might be like not a man or maybe like not a good one or
Mm-hmm.
something because I'm the
See,
type
and
of
that's me
person that
generalizing.
I'm the type of person that I'm the total opposite. Like I mean, no, I can get my wee wee wet but like personally, I'm the type of person like if I'm not into you, then I don't want to even be around you. You're gross to me. Go away. Don't touch me.
So,
Leave me
like,
alone.
okay.
You know.
So then, like, one night stands, that type of stuff never happened for you.
I mean, they happen, but like it was, dude, sometimes it was nice where I woke up and I roll over and it looks like Predator with the mask off. The bitch looks like Scary Mary. I'm like, well, I shouldn't have did it. I'm doing the
Right.
walk of shame back to my car. It's like, and then your friends are like, hey, it's like, dude, it was, no. I'm a little bit disgusted. I need a shower. I don't have a sock on. It's a bad thing, right? So,
Mm.
I mean, to each his own, but like, I think that narrative has been put out there so much, it's harder for a man to, get emotionally connected, but like,
Right.
it's not true for me. It's not true
Mm.
for me. So like, I personally can't stand by that. I think that like, um, because I'm a person of value. Like we've already spoken about that. Like if I can't get a good sense of what's going on, and if I don't like believe in it, if I don't feel like I can trust you, or if something is going somewhere, or this is gonna make me better, I'm not even gonna. It's not that serious to me. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, and you know what? And I love that we're having this discussion because
Sure.
for me, it checks my assumptions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like everything comes off of our own experiences, our lived experiences. So in my experience, for example, like I think you and I are very opposite, where
Right.
emotional connection is what has been hard for me in the past. So for me, I had and I guess it's so humbling when someone can check you on something. I love
Oh
that we're
yeah.
having this discussion
Yeah.
because for me, I had the stereotypical relationship with people
Mm-hmm.
from like I had a man's mentality,
Okay.
like what society thinks when it comes to sex. So for me, like I was the one that I'm like, wham bam, thank you, ma'am. What's your name again? I don't care. Leave.
Yeah.
Like would high five after, like it was purely physical. And I was allowed to, or not allowed, I was able to, in my mind,
Mm-hmm.
separate the physical, like fucking.
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, fucking is different than having sex.
Yeah, no, I
It's different.
agree. I think there's levels to it. I think that,
And well, and
yeah.
so that's why I personally like and again, I'm just trying to like play devil's advocate. I've never cheated nor would I like anyway.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like me as a if I were to, and I feel like this is a generalization, but I feel like a lot of women
Mm-hmm.
are like this too.
Yeah.
If we were to, or actually maybe no. Okay, then let me just speak from my experience. If I
Okay.
were to cheat physically,
Mm-hmm.
not that it's a justification, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I could be like, okay, I cheated and it was just physical. Like I was really horny. And again, that's such a bad excuse. Like
Right.
I wouldn't do that, but I'm just saying that that could be more of a possibility than for me to like still want to make the relationship work had I don't know. I feel like once I'm checked out emotionally, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I could come back from cheating on someone physically
Well,
if
I
I were to
mean,
be. Is that
yeah.
I don't even know if that's making
No,
sense.
it does make sense. And I think, I mean, I think it's true. Like I've been in relationships before. Like okay, so like my in the past when you know, I was cheated on, like it wasn't a deal breaker for me. It was like you know, you get one of those, like, you know, nobody's perfect, but we got to start working through this shit now. Like I don't want to see no more of this, no more of that. And because it's gonna continue, you know, if it happens again now, if you do it two times now, now it's habitual, and I don't fucking know how I'm gonna react to that. I don't know if I can forgive. I don't, you know, I don't know if I can do it twice. You get one. So,
Mhm.
um, you know, I think that depends on the caliber of the man. You know, I think there's some men out there that, you know, you know, it doesn't mean like it's over. It just means that like something's loose and we got to tighten it up, you know.
Mhm.
So, um, that I do agree with to some degree. I think that overall, I know I understand how you compartmentalize in your mind, like there's a separation between like the physical act and like the emotions to it. Um, and that's true. I did that also in the past. But then I came to a place where like, you know, I was with somebody who things were getting more serious, and like part of the troubles we were having was that that was the problem. Like it wasn't like I needed to bring more emotion into it to make it more fulfilling for that individual, if you will. So like I had to
Mhm.
learn how to like bridge the gap again and like marry to the two back together. And once I did that, like I felt like it was one of those things that like I think the essence of it was never really to be like it was never meant to be compartmentalized. I think it was always supposed to be like united the entire
Yeah.
time. You know what I mean? So it kind of changed my outlook and my approach on some things. And so and even in moments like now, like it definitely brings me to a place where I feel like, you know, um it is what it is. Like if you love a person, you love them. And if you know, and if you don't love them and you think you like them, that's just like, you know, you're just, that's like lust, dude. You're having an urge come over you for a moment, and the feeling's not really real. And I try and like stick to what's really real. And if that takes like a level of discipline where like you just don't fuck with certain people, or you know this girl's gonna be the way she is, just tell her don't touch you. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that, you know, things can, like as a man, I don't think things can go any farther than you really want them to go. Like if you don't want it to go down, it's not going down. Like it's just
Yeah.
that serious. So like that's
Yeah.
why when it comes down to it, like if it's worse for one gender or another, like I would have to like, you know, put that on the man. I really would.
So I have okay, so then well, someone asked a really good question on here and we'll
Okay.
get to that.
Okay.
Um, but hold on, let me actually hold on. Where did it go? Mm. Oh my gosh, my chat's being like so weird on my computer. Hold on.
Oh, you're fine.
I guess okay, so while I find that,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just like give you a little like what I learned in like in one of my like psych classes or whatever. I had to take a family and marriage course or
Okay.
whatever.
Sure.
And I'm gonna tell you this, and then I just want your initial reaction thought
Okay.
to this.
Sure.
So how like okay, if a woman cheats,
Mm-hmm.
what they have found is that she's already been tapped out. Like it takes so much more for a woman to initiate. It takes her a longer time. Again, it's maybe like because of that emotional
Mm-hmm.
connection. So maybe this is
Sure.
all stereotypical. Um, however, with men, they say it can just like what I was saying for me, it can just be physical and like statistically when they've interviewed these couples who have been cheated on,
Mm-hmm.
they find that men, it doesn't mean that they want out of the relationship, and that it's usually easier to mend a relationship where a man cheated on a woman
Mm-hmm.
versus when a woman cheated on the man. Like, what do you think about that?
Okay. I think, I mean, for the most part, I feel like, um, nah, I just think that's some weak ass bullshit. And I ain't gonna
Okay.
front.
Okay.
Like, nah, 'cause if you're in a relationship and whether or not as a dude, like whether or not you want it out, like you took your dick out and you put it in somebody else. So that's out the window for me because like I kind of like I predicate myself on being like an honorable dude or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not, I don't, I'm not trying to be like the dude with like, 500 baby mamas, and a deadbeat or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be the dude who has, who's like Donald Trump on his fourth and fifth marriage and all like that shit is like, if you go through divorce, like, I'm not saying like it's a bad thing, but in my world, like I failed at something, right? And I'm not trying to fail, I'm
Says
not no
who?
lo me, because it means like
Okay.
I tried something. It doesn't mean, but here's the thing, the failures are just like hurdles or steps to success. It's just climbing another stair to find that level of success. So sometimes you
Well,
got to go through those things.
I agree. And I also think it depends on how you define fail or failure. Because, like, for me, I feel like had I stayed in my marriage,
Mm-hmm.
it would have been a failure. Because, again, I go back to my value of authenticity. I wasn't my real self. I wasn't living my
Okay, I
my
think that's
path.
fair.
So
I
I don't think
think,
of it as a fail for
yeah,
me personally.
I get it. I think right now, probably personally, I'm probably looking at it like that because like I haven't like gone into like the next like I haven't met my Travis yet. Like I'm still in the in between phase between like I left person and I'm finding new person, you know.
Oh my gosh, that just reminded me. Can I share something with you? Have you ever because
Okay.
this is again kind of woo woo. Have you heard about like the three you have three people that you fall in love with in your life? Have you heard
No,
that?
I've never heard that.
Okay, hold on. Let me look this up because okay. It's like the three loves in of your life. Hold on. Okay, so I'm just gonna read some of this to you because it's kind of cool. It's kind of like what you're talking about.
Okay.
And um so this, by the way, you can find it on Good Men Project or something. I don't know. I Googled.
Okay.
Um so you have it's this theory that you have three people or sometimes it'll get into overall it's usually three people that you fall in love with and like they each teach you something. So, the first love is the young puppy innocent love that is bursting with the intensity and passion you only see in movies. You'll likely experience this love at a younger age. It will probably be your first real relationship that everyone is excited about. You spend every minute together. Any day spent apart feels like torture, and you're counting down the minutes until you're back together again. Okay, as I'm reading this, is this like making you think of someone already?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
So the relationship probably started as friends. And again, this is like generalization of what the first love usually is. Um, the important part of this one is that you fell in love so hard and fast, your young brain didn't know how to process it. You're
Mm-hmm.
just enjoying the rush of excitement. It feels like you're in a fairy tale and you believe you've found your life partner. As time goes by, things just don't seem right anymore. This was literally my first marriage. I'm not even kidding.
Oh wow.
So sorry, let me just blah 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 blah. You remember the fights, but you don't remember what it was about. You
Mm.
feel you're pretending to be someone else because
Mm.
you don't know what it's like to be yourself anymore. You'll break
Wow.
up over something silly only to make up the very next day.
Wow.
Eventually, the fights become too much for one of you. There will be a final teary, painful breakup. It'll feel like your heart is being ripped out of your chest. It'll feel like the end of the world and you'll never find love again. Is this
Okay.
sounding like your first love now that I'm reading more? Can you think of the person?
No, that actually sounds like that sounds like the one I just came out of.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Well, I thought that when I first read this, I
Mm-hmm.
thought that it was the one that I had just come out of before. And then I read the second one.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So
and it,
there's
maybe it
like
still is the first person.
so it's like there's puppy love, right?
And this one, it kind of like is that like well, it's not even that like, so for me, because so my
It's love, but it's
first,
like immature love.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
innocent. It's innocent love. Like it's almost naive. Like everything's gonna be perfect. You're the one.
Yeah, I guess so, dude. Like because now that you say it like that, like 'cause I definitely was not even fooling myself into thinking that a dream is gonna work, fool. Like I don't know why, but like I was dreaming. I was like, bro, I don't know. I shouldn't I don't not that I regret it, but like now that I think back on it, it's like how foolish, dude. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, but everything's always in hindsight. So it's,
Yeah. It's how
but
you learn, yeah.
so are you ready for the second love?
Yes.
So, and someone already kind of guessed it. Someone was like, "Oh, let me guess. It's toxic." Basically. Um, obviously, but that's the thing, like good guess, like we all have to go through toxicity at some level to realize
Right.
like what is and isn't toxic. So,
Right.
so this second love, the hard love. It's the love that brings with it great pain in many forms, but it also brings valuable lessons.
Okay.
So it's the one that teaches you the most about yourself. Dude, okay, when I first read this thing,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, holy shit. Like this theory, and when I've talked about it with other people, they're like, oh my gosh.
Oh, this is really good.
Um,
I want
so so you probably met each other through a mutual friend or at a party. Um Again, this is generalization. Things start slow because you needed it to. You
mm-hmm.
notice red flags now and then, but ignore it because they seem like a decent person
Mm-hmm.
and you're finally ready for something decent after that first love. This will probably be the love you move in with. It'll feel like the most committed and passionate relationship you've ever had. You
Mm-hmm.
feel like an adult and things are finally perfect now. But there's a problem with passion. It disregards your logical mind. Y'all, if this does not explain my narcissistic ex, like, well, okay, it wasn't the only thing that was different is if you know anything about narcissists, they do this thing called love bombing, which is like it's overwhelming. Like you fall in love. I mean, we were saying we loved each other in 2 weeks. Yikes. Yikes. But
Yeah,
anyway.
man.
Um,
I wanna tell some shit, but like I can't even bring myself to say it, bro. Like it's just that bad. Like for real.
yeah. So let me go on with this.
That's crazy.
So like, isn't this interesting? Because
Yeah, it
and
really
not that
is.
I'm asking you if like your last if you were on your first or second, but now because now is it almost making you think of like another like cute, maybe more innocent love before?
Yeah.
Okay, let me keep going.
Keep going.
Sorry,
I
I'm
like
like
this.
projecting. I'm
No,
like, I
I
bet
love
you're
this. I love
don't
all
know which
this.
love you're at. So,
I love this.
I think, and I don't know if this article or maybe I'm jumping the gun,
Mm.
but I have read that the second love, a lot of times this one continues to repeat. So sometimes it's not saying you only love 3 people. It's saying you have you fall in love 3 different ways.
3 different ways. Got you.
So maybe you've had a few second love. I don't know. Let me just keep going. Um so it disregards your logical mind. As the years go by, you realize moving in together wasn't such a great idea. You
Yeah.
feel you're stuck with having to do everything that you might as well be living alone anyway. The red flags you've noticed earlier are now bigger and waving right in front of your eyes.
Wow.
And yeah, usually, like, I mean, I'm a living red flag, though. Let's be real. Latina.
Okay, yo.
That is a red flag. Let's
Okay.
be real. Latina.
I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna co-sign or rebut that statement, but like I feel what you're saying, bro. But that's
Um,
wild, bro. I'm a walking
but
red flag. I'm a living red flag, literally. I'm
I am.
Latina. That's so fucking I'm
Uh,
dead, bro.
that's why I look so fire in red. It goes with me. It's
I
my
know,
vibe.
right? You
I'm
do
just
look
kidding.
fire and red. That's a fact.
Okay. So, you realize you've settled and tolerated at the expense of your happiness.
Sure.
You catch the betrayal and lies. You feel cheated, unappreciated,
Mm-hmm.
and worthless. You feel you've just wasted your years on someone who didn't deserve a minute. You'll be the one to end this relationship because you've finally learned what you want, what you deserve, and what you need. This is the love that will make you take a break from loving someone else and start loving yourself instead. And yeah, so I guess this article doesn't talk about it then, but somewhere else I had read that that second love, if you don't learn that lesson the first time with that type of love, you're going to keep repeating that cycle and stay in that second love zone,
I
if that makes
got you.
sense.
No, that makes
And
sense.
then I'm trying not to be corny,
Mm-hmm.
but like when I read this, I was like, "Oh my God, I really did find my third love." I know, stupid, but okay.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
I'm so because so because like you know that it's that love that it creeps up when you're like fuck love, basically. Like it's
Right.
unexpected. It's when you're not looking, like it's like fuck men. Like I was
Yeah.
literally in a domestic violence shelter. Like I'm just being so honest. Like I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm side note because you know this.
Dude,
Thanks. Oh no.
I wanna level with you, dude, because like we can't like so all the same things that went on in your childhood and going on that in your home that caused you trouble. I had the same thing going on in my home growing up, dude, and like
Mm,
realistically, um, yeah, dude, like when I was down and out, like I was, dude, you were in a domestic violence shelter, dude, like. I dude, I had to go to like rehab and fucking I was in, yeah, dude, I was in like a bad place too. Like I was in legal trouble. Like I told you, I was in trouble with the courts. So like I get it, man. Like it's tough. It's
Yeah.
real tough. You know what I mean? So like I want you to know that like you're not the only one, dude. Like I can level with you. Like I've been there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? For sure.
Yeah, and we all have like our struggles, and
Yeah.
like for me, like with this love, like I felt personally, I was like I I felt again like
Mm-hmm.
my love bucket
Mm-hmm.
was empty. I couldn't physically, emotionally, I couldn't give love because I literally had nothing left. Like and I felt betrayed all over again.
Yeah.
And then like
Yeah.
I'm
I
bisexual, and
okay.
so like I was like literally like so here's the thing. I'm just going to say this. In the LGBTQ community,
Mm-hmm.
lesbians are so fucking mean to bisexual women.
Why?
Oh my
Why is
God.
that?
So I went on dates with women, and it got to the point where I didn't
Oh wow.
tell them that I identified as bisexual because they would fucking straight up be like, "Oh, you're not really gay. Like you're just going through a phase." I'm like, "Nah, bitch,
Yeah,
I like to eat
dude.
tacos."
So like that's the funny part because it's like they're oh God, I don't even want to go down this road, but you brought it
I
up.
know, I know.
I don't even want to do it. Should we
Just
do it or
say it. You know
okay?
what? You know
You want
what?
me
As
to do
long as
it?
it's not against TOS, let's get fucking
No, no, no.
controversial.
I mean, I just feel like they're community, but they don't
They're
they're not even united, dude. Like
I
they're
I'm
over
in the
there.
community and I agree. The
It's
LGBTQ plus community actually faces a lot of racism and
yeah.
within like so oh my gosh. And I don't
It's
I,
so
I almost just said his
weird.
name. Not that he would care if I said his name, but like I'll just for sake because I didn't tell him I was
Don't
going to
yeah,
talk about.
don't
But
say
I
it.
have a really good friend.
Mm-hmm.
He is a gay. He identifies a gay as a gay man. Like
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and he's black and he's a bodybuilder.
Okay.
So it's like he doesn't he doesn't really know where to fit in that community because he's even told me he's like Essie, like these guys don't want me because I don't either have the right body type or I quote unquote the right and I'm not white. And he's faced a lot of that. And again, everyone
Yeah.
has their own experience, but I have heard that. And
Yeah.
um even though I personally haven't experienced like race being an issue for me in that
Mm-hmm.
community, what I have experienced is like prejudice almost about the way that I identify.
Yeah.
Um
I just think
which
I just think that like for people who want to be accepted, it's hypocritical for you not to accept. So everybody who's in your community, you better accept them if you want your community to be accepted by other communities. Plain and simple.
mhm.
And I
Yeah.
don't, and we're not debating it, and I don't want to go any
Yeah, cuz at the
farther
end of
than
the
that.
day again, it's like personal experiences. And I from that, I was just speaking from
Mm-hmm.
personal.
Mm-hmm.
Do and that's not like it's not fair to generalize an entire group. I'm just saying just like
Yeah.
in society there's still issues, like even in groups there's going to be,
Issues.
things to
It's
work
never gonna
on.
be perfect. Yeah, I get it. I get it. And I,
But yeah,
I'm not out for anybody, and I don't want to call anybody hypocrites, but
no.
like in my
No,
mind,
I know.
that's
We're
the
in
simple
cancel
principle.
culture and I feel like I have to like
That's,
I
yeah,
really have no hate for anyone.
no,
Again, it's my it's my experience. So going back to like the third love, because again, like I was at this place
Mm-hmm.
where I was like, I really was exploring my sexuality even more.
Mm.
And like again, my experience, it ended up being where like if I went on a date with a lesbian, for example, it ended up just being like a physical thing
Yeah.
because in their minds they had already labeled it as like, oh, she
She's
doesn't.
not really one of us.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so then I was also just so, and then at this point too, like right after my ex,
Mm-hmm.
like Travis and I, it started off like I had the hots for him because again, I was emotionally done with, I mean, I was being abused. So like
Mm-hmm.
I was done before I was done, if that
Right.
makes sense.
Yeah.
But like Travis is like so respectful and he didn't like try to like do anything shady.
Mm-hmm.
Because technically I was still like, so our relationship started more like platonic, honestly,
Yeah,
especially
sure.
from his end. I thought he was cute, but he was like, no, respectfully, no.
I think that's how it
And
should be. That's the
yeah,
approach that I take. It's like, go sit down. Let me see if I like you for a little while from a distance. And if I do, I'll let you know.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for me, I was like, and then even then when I was like, ooh, I have the hots for him,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't even a thought of like, oh, I would ever be in a relationship with this dude.
Just like I
Again,
think
I
he's
was,
cute, kind of thing.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
got you.
So, and then it, this also gets into other hippy dippy shit. Like, do you know what like twin flames and like all that shit? Never mind. I'm not gonna go down.
Somebody was just
Let me just
saying twin
finish.
flames like soulmates, like in my chat. Like I don't know what that is, but somebody wrote it in my chat. It was Jesse.
Jesse. Um, well, interesting fact.
Mm-hmm.
People confuse and like they think that twin flame
Mm-hmm.
and soulmates is interchangeable. It can be,
But is it
but
not
they're two
supposed
different
to be?
things. Like your twin flame can be your soulmate, but your soulmate isn't always your twin flame.
Oh, this is getting a little. We're gonna have to. Can
That's a
okay.
whole other thing.
I'm
Okay.
gonna. We're gonna save that, but on a different day, we have to talk about that. That could be an off-screen thing. But I want to learn more
Okay.
about that.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
Because why would
So,
the reverse not be true? Because I come from a world of like alchemy where like if something is true, then in some format the reverse can be true.
mhm.
Like
Mhm.
you just have to find like how it like
I'll
correlates or whatnot.
I'll explain it. Don't worry. Don't worry your pretty little beautiful head.
Okay.
I'll
All right.
explain it all for you.
Okay.
All the hippy dippiness.
Okay.
So back to the third love.
Back to the third love.
So sorry, and I feel like everyone's like, ew, Essie, don't talk about Travis. You're supposed to be ours. I am y'all's, by the way. On here, I'm everyone's. Okay, I stopped myself because I was gonna say such dirty things. Like I literally just had to stop so many dirty things
Okay,
from
right.
coming out of my
So
mouth.
remember when I called
I
you a
was gonna make
perv
so many
earlier
jokes.
and you said that my head was in the gutter? Like
Yeah.
again.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
I'm being really good. I hope Pration is so proud of me right now.
You're doing good.
Woo! The things I was going to say to y'all. Anyway, so thirdly, okay. So this love will break the wall down. This is like mushy gushy love. Let's be real. Sappy.
Yeah.
It's the love that will keep knocking on your door no matter how long it takes to answer it. You find yourself drawn to this person, but not in an intoxicating way. It's more than lust. It's more than just romance.
Mm-hmm.
You're attracted to how they carry themselves, the things they say, and the life they've lived. So, like, the way that I explained it,
Mm-hmm.
hypothetically, if I had someone that I cared about like this, is like, I, for the first time in my life, truly understood like what it means to just love the energy of a person. Like to
Mm-hmm.
truly see beyond the physical and like just be like, oh my God. Like, honestly, low key, Travis is so fucking cool. Like,
I
low
know.
key.
I know,
I'm not even
dude.
kidding. Like, I just sometimes I'm like, dude, like it's cool to just think like I get to be friends with him.
Yeah, no, he definitely is cool.
Like as like a like I'm just saying this as a friend. Like the same
Yeah,
like I just think he's cool.
I get it. I
Is
get
that
it.
weird?
No, not
Like
at all. That's how you should be. That's how it's supposed to be.
like I just think he's a cool dude. Like it's not even like, oh, he's my boyfriend, so he no, like I remember like talking to him and I was like, I don't even know if I'm cool enough to talk to him. Like this dude is awesome.
dude, I think that's when it's the best, dude. Like when you feel like somebody is so
I
good that like
still like
you
I
don't
still
like
feel
deserve
like
him and
I have
shit. Yeah, I know what you mean.
like sometimes and he doesn't know this. Like sometimes I feel like I have to like come across as like cuz I want him to think I'm cool too. But I'm such a nerd. So it's like anyway,
I get it.
he's yeah, I made him a bestie without his consent. I totally did.
Oh yeah.
I think one of the first conversations with him was like, I genuinely was like, if he doesn't like me romantically, I just want to be his friend. Like I want to fucking travel with this dude.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good way
Anyway,
to start. I think that's I think I'm happy for that. That makes me feel very good
the
about like
fuck? Someone
the
just
future.
threw a red flag at me. How's that a red flag? Don't you want a girl to
Uh,
just think you're fucking awesome? Like, how's that a red flag at all?
but literally, you are a self-admittedly walking red flag. So I mean, like, you know, you just are a red flag. You're a red flag.
Oh my god.
No, I'm
But
teasing.
okay. The rest of it it says um they see beauty in your imperfections. That's
Mm.
not true because I'm perfect. Anyway, there's that's when you're supposed to say yes you are. What the fuck? Why were you silent?
What you know, I'm sorry. Like I was reading chat. I was listening, but I was reading chat and I was processing. Like this, I'm streaming. I'm streaming too. Like I'm trying. I'm sorry. Are you mad that I didn't react and I didn't give you the reaction that you wanted? Are you for real? You're
Yeah,
s
because you agreed when I said I'm kidding. I'm not perfect. You're supposed to say I see
Oh my
you're
God. You're
perfect.
not perfect. You want to know why? Because you're so far ahead of perfection, like you're above it. Okay? Let's do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Now that I'm back on my throne.
Yes.
So, as I was
Jesus.
saying, um, so
You guys
they
see what
see
I
the
gotta
beauty.
deal with over here? Like, Jesus. And I'm the mod, dude. Like,
You're a glorified Twitch boyfriend, Obvi.
yeah,
That's
I
what my
know.
mods are.
Yeah,
Actually,
basically.
bless your all. Oh my God, bless your souls.
Why?
You're like you. It's so much more than a boyfriend. It's like the unfun parts of being my
Yeah,
boyfriend.
but like I think I mean I've been just doing this so long that like I just it is what it is, dude. Like it's good for me because it's like it gives me a strong sense of value because I just want to help anyways. I don't have time and
Yeah,
I don't want to give all the other things I don't want to do, but if you need help, I will help you, you know. That's a more of a conviction thing for me though. So,
mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love.
I
doing
only
these things.
started. I only start like I think the best thing about modding is like hanging out with the other mods, dude. It's like like talking
Not me.
about well, dude, you're
Talking
fun.
about your high maintenance
Yes,
e-girls.
yes, it's the brotherhood, dude, of like what like look at her and why is she doing that? Because we get to judge you, but like together in a way that is supposed to better you, you know?
I know that like you and Pration and sometimes Meow, like
Yeah.
I know that you guys are honest with me, but like sometimes I wonder what like y'all actually say about me. Actually,
Oh,
no, I don't want to know.
no, we
I want to
literally
know
talk.
like
We like it's no. I mean, we talk like I. There's nothing that we do or we
Pration
say.
just said tell her.
Dude, we talk. We tell you the same things that we tell you like when we tell you together. We just say it different. It's the exact same stuff though. Like when it's just me and him, I could be like, yeah, so we're gonna do this, that, and blah 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 blah. But when I tell you, like I have to tell you, like you're a princess. Please wear this dress. Here's your pretty bow, and this is how you're supposed to balance the book on your head. 'Cause
Wait, what? Balance the book on your head?
yeah, you know how like
Who the
people.
fuck tells a princess to do
Well,
that?
all of them because it's like for
Oh, she does
balance.
do that in Princess
Yeah,
Diaries.
like
Yeah.
yeah, you have to learn how to. Girl, you better act like you know Princess Diaries. Don't
But
try and
here's
make
the
me look bad.
thing. I was born a princess, so I never had to practice with a book on my head.
Oh my God.
Saying.
Okay,
Wow.
I love that though. As much as I despise it, I love it at the same time. It's like it smacks me in the face, but then I'm like, but that's the attitude you should have though. Yes, it's beautiful. I love
Gosh.
it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it.
I do too. I do too.
Dude,
I'm
this
really
is
proud
so
of
this is so
myself.
good and bad. Like I've had so much fun doing this, but I feel like
Right?
we haven't completed a single like every time we get going down the path we like detour. It's like dude, this is like an adventure. You know what I'm saying?
It is an adventure. Oh, but okay, I explained this to Travis too.
Okay.
Because like he even when he was like asking me about like when I do these podcast things, he's
Hmm.
like again, he is not a podcast person. I feel like not everyone is. But I was trying to explain. I was like, "Haven't you ever listened to Joe Rogan?" And he's like, "No." And I was like, "Homeboy will have a specialist on
He does a
some
lot of
topic
different anything.
come
Joe Rogan
in."
can talk to anybody, bro. It's
Right.
crazy.
But like some of his podcasts are like, I don't know, 4 hours long and like legit cuz they're just like chit-chatting, and
Hmm.
I swear to God it goes all over the place. At
All
least
over
the
the
ones
place.
and so
Yeah,
I'm like,
you're not wrong.
but like I don't know, maybe that's the charm of talking on a SE podcast. Maybe we all know that it'll never get anywhere or go anywhere.
No, I wouldn't say that. I say I'm actually surprised that this is gone as well. It has gone for the duration that is gone. Um, I'm actually
What?
shocked.
You're surprised? Even my chat just said Essie could talk for 6 hours because I fucking could.
I'm surprised that like I'm actually still engaged because like I check out quick. Like my like attention span, like if I'm when I'm over it, I'm done. I'm out of there and like wrap it up, bitch. You know what I'm saying? But like from you, like you're keeping me like energized and stimulated. Like you're coming off with like you're good energy to feed off of. So it's easy. You're making it
See,
easy.
I told you I was meant for this shit.
No, I'm starting to see that and believe it.
Yeah.
No, I really do.
Twitch just needs to give me a chance and pay me more.
I think 2023 could be the year for you, for real.
It
Like
is. It
this is something
is.
else.
I'm just gonna say that. They say fake it till you make it.
I was saying
Unless
I was saying it in
you're in bed.
2022. I was like,
Don't
dude,
fake it.
no, don't fake it. Let's
Oh
talk about
God,
that.
that's a
Can we
whole
talk
other.
can we talk about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That actually stemmed into a lot of different things.
Okay.
I feel like because sex and sexuality is such a taboo, um, it's very stigmatized.
That's very true.
Women, I feel like there's a lot to it. We are basically raised to believe that when it comes to sex, like it's to please the man. It's kind of something that is ingrained in us. And oh yeah, it is. Sorry. This is educational. I'm actually being really serious about this. This is educational. So, um we're raised to believe that. We're also, at least from my experience, not only was it stigmatized just because it's taboo, but I grew up a Latina,
Mm-hmm.
um and with that, like, also I feel like we don't really have that relationship usually with our moms to like have those conversations. And then also I add the religious side of it too, so there was a
Right.
lot of guilt.
Right.
So if we even look into overall like sex education in schools, for example,
Sure.
I don't know if you knew this, but and this is educational, but I feel like I still can't say words. And see,
Okay.
that's what's so bullshit. This is the problem right here. This conversation, this
Mm-hmm.
is a problem. We should be able to talk about human anatomy, like,
Right.
without it being a problem. Like, I feel like I'm going to get in trouble for saying
No, just
what
say
rhymes
man
with,
parts or woman parts. So
but see, but
you have to
that's so
work your way
gross. Why
around
are
it.
we saying that?
Well,
Do you get what I'm
because
saying? That is
yeah.
feeding into the stigma. I should be able to say the C word.
Well,
It's
don't
an
say that.
actual.
That's well,
No, not that.
yeah. I mean, you can't.
CL.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, you can say
The
that one.
bell. The bell.
The bell, the little bean. Flick the bean.
Yeah. But the
Okay.
fact that I can't even say that, that's like, it's, ugh, it just
Well,
goes
let
into
move
what the
past it,
problem is.
sweetie, because that's what it is, and we're gonna have to accept that.
Okay. Anyway. So going
You
back
can,
to
you know
it,
where you
like,
can say that? Oh, and spicy Pageland. You can say that all you want. You
oh,
just
I
can't do
love
it
that
here,
shameless
right?
plug.
Yeah. Shameless plug.
Um, so going off of that, I like even that part of the woman wasn't even like talked about or looked at from scientists, like literally from doctors and stuff. It wasn't like a thing. Like, we're still learning about like how many nerve endings and stuff. There was never a lot of research done on it. And
Until
so,
recently, yeah, sure.
mhm, which is like saying so much. So that goes into the whole like faking it part. I feel like women haven't really been told, and even like when you have those conversations, oh my god, am I boring you?
No, you're fine. I'm sorry, I yawned. Yawning just means your brain needs oxygen, and I was smoking a cigarette. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
It's okay. I forgive you. I was just giving you a hard time.
I know, and you love doing it too.
I do. It's my favorite.
I know, right? I don't know why, but I
uh
feel like everybody likes to see me squirm. Everybody likes to see me in a
that's
tough
what she said.
situation. My God, dude. You've been hitting me in with that all night, man, for real.
That's what she said.
Oh my God. Okay, you're done now. You're done. I will not allow it anymore.
Oh my god. Okay, so I feel like that was another tangent and that I did not finish. And I'm going to circle it back to the question of the
Mm,
cheating, cuz I'm going to go back to this hypothetical,
okay.
and then with everything that we've said, I want you to answer. So,
Okay.
in two parts. So, okay. So, to remind everyone, poor Alpha here has just gone 3 years of his lovely, lovely girlfriend sliding on ice. Or wait, no, what happened again? No, 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 no. Was driving on an icy road and
Yes.
the semi truck came and whatever. And then she
Tumbled
rolled over how many times? 10 times?
10
Anyway,
times.
so it's been 3 years and he's in a support group for hypothetical car crashes victims in comas. And I don't know how to not give long-winded stories.
No, you're good.
So,
I love it.
so anyway, so it's been 3 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he is, you are like, you've gotten over the whole like, okay, whatever. It's been so long that I've had sex. Like sex, what's that? I don't even know. I have new lotion and a bunch of tissues again. So, you're at this point, and then you start talking to this person
Mm-hmm.
in the support group,
Mm-hmm.
and you have this emotional connection like you've never felt
Okay.
this way.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, start going to dinners more, and then girlfriend wakes up from the coma. Two
Mm-hmm.
things. Have you cheated? Will you tell her? And do you think it's forgivable?
Um, yeah, well, yeah, I would definitely let her know that like while you were gone, like yes, I had to substitute, like I had to fill the void somehow. Uh,
So
artificial.
it is justifiable? Cheating is justifiable?
No, I'm not saying it's justifiable. I'm just saying like I personally would like I would honorably like admit my guilt and my wrongs. Like, I would let her know that like it's something that I felt like I needed to do in order to like move forward, like because I couldn't stay still. I couldn't lie on the bed with you for 3 years. I had to keep living life. I tried to do the best that I could do without taking it to X, Y, and Z or the next level or whatever. But like, I'm a human being and we definitely thrive off of connection and emotion. And, there's certain things that stimulate that and help promote like the growth and the betterment of a human. And
So wait, hold on. Can I
yeah,
play devil's advocate again? Because I'm going to
sure.
go back to something you just said when
Okay.
you were talking about that. You said at when you explain it
Mm-hmm.
to your girlfriend that's miraculously come back
Alive.
alive or whatever after 3 years.
Right.
Is that a justification then that you had to continue moving on with your life?
No. It's a it's to me it's more of a declaration. It's not a justification, it's a declaration. I'm telling you what I did while you were gone. That's it. And because like I'm a person who values trust and honor in a relationship, like it's my duty to tell you the truth or else I can't remain honorable. Like it's your right to know. Now
Okay.
whether you see it the way I see it, whether you understand where I'm coming from, whether you have empathy for me and my situation, that's not my job. I don't, that's not for me to worry about. That's for you to decide, right? But my job is to definitely try and tell the truth to somebody that I care about and then try and assess like where we're at and how to move forward if we agree that's what we should be doing. If like we're still on board with the process that we had before the accident or whatnot, if you will.
So tables turned, and your girlfriend or wife did this to you while you were in the coma. Is it
Huh.
forgivable?
I mean, yeah. I mean, to me, yeah. I mean, 'cause it's like I don't wanna. At that point, I'm just happy to be alive. Shit. And you're still here? Okay. Well, like, are you gonna stay? 'Cause I'm just a dead man. Pretty much is how I'm looking at that. But anytime people have like life-threatening experiences, which I've had, I think your outlook on life it changes. Like the things that some people seem, like they call important, like they're obsolete to you because it's like, no, I'm looking at it different, so
And and that's really interesting too because I
mhm,
agree. Like for me, because someone even just asked like if um like Travis moved on in that
mhm,
situation, like how would I feel? I would be able to forgive because me, I I would it doesn't take away the fact that it would hurt. Like would I be hurt?
right. Yeah,
Absolutely.
sure.
Could I forgive? Yes, because
Mhm.
I'm understanding of the fact that as human beings, we thrive. We actually can't survive and be functional without connection. I mean, they've had those studies done with like, oh my gosh, like the poor kids that grow up in orphanages like in Russia and stuff that
Right.
aren't like held
Right.
and then they end up having
Bad all yeah, yeah.
like
Lots of
really bad.
issues.
So
Lots of
so
issues.
not just mentally but physiologically
Mhm.
we need connection. And so with that idea,
Mhm.
I would be able to forgive him. Again, it doesn't take away that I would be heartbroken, but
Oh God, yeah.
I could forgive it.
Yeah.
The interesting thing is, and like I don't want to speak too much, but like it also depends on experience too. Um, so for example, like Travis, that's like the one non-negotiable. Like if he were to be on this podcast right now, he would
Mhm.
say absolutely no.
Let me
I
ask
wouldn't
you a
make it work.
question. If so we both agree that like it's forgivable, right?
Hmm.
My question to you is like if there's a person that would say to you that like no, it's not forgivable, is that person right or wrong?
I don't think there is a right or wrong.
Okay.
I
But
think it's a boundary.
it's
We
a
all set our
boundary.
own boundaries.
Okay.
Because then that goes into other things and like what people consider cheating versus
Gotcha.
what they don't. Um and I also think my perspective on
Mm-hmm.
even that has changed
Yeah.
too. Um it, again, it's really just personal boundaries. I
Yeah.
really don't think there is. I think we try to box answers into yes, no, black, white, and
Right.
sometimes just things
There
are
are no easy
gray.
answers to some things.
Because like
Yeah.
and and again like coming from like from Trav's point of view, I understand why he would say it's not forgivable. He's been hurt like really badly from
Mm-hmm.
from like being cheated on. So for him, like and something that I really respect about his perspective too is and I never thought about it this way. When you're in a relationship with someone,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot that you just can't control. You can't control what the other person does.
Not at all.
The one thing that you can control
Mm-hmm.
in the relationship is the one thing is to not cheat on someone. In his mind, it's that simple. You have the control. You
Yeah.
may have moments where you're looking at someone like, and that doesn't even, for me, looking, some girls are so, I know some girls that are like, if my man even looks, come on, a guy's gonna be a guy. I don't count that. But like,
So
as
there,
far
yeah,
as
but
like,
most
it's
guys
like,
know the
but you
cheat
act
code.
on it.
Like,
Yeah.
like for me, it's like if I'm looking, I'll look and I'll be like, Man, you see that girl with her titties out? I don't know why she doing that. That she doing way too much. I just, I'll just make it like, yeah, I'm looking, but I'm looking 'cause she's doing it wrong. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like, let's talk about it, baby, 'cause look at her. But
Oh,
like,
wait a second. Hold on. This about to get. I'm not sorry. This comment. Okay. Spicy content is like wearing a for sale sign. To me, that's cheating. Um,
mm,
I have. No, I don't agree with that. It's cheating if you're doing it behind. So this is what cheating. This is how do I say this? Because then this also goes into like the philosophy of like polyamory, for example, right?
right,
There, like when we've talked about how like if you're in a polyamorous relationship, can you still cheat? Yes, because the part that makes it cheating is the secrecy and the lies. Now, if I had a spicy page
mm-hmm,
and my partner wasn't okay with it and I was doing it behind his back, I could see it's not really cheating, but it's fucked up.
yeah,
Um I don't I'm sorry. I do not agree with that. I can't even form my words cuz like it's also kind of like it's my body, my choice. It's a woman's right to show what she wants to.
right.
Sorry, I'm like a little heated about that. Okay, if my man was buying other girls' content, would that be cheating? Hell no! Unless he's hiding it from me, motherfucker. I want to watch too.
Oh wow, okay. I feel it.
Sorry, I don't know why I just got so heated about that. That just like annoyed me.
No,
I don't know.
I mean
That
that's okay because
triggered
like
me.
that's something that like it's close to home for you because you're personally
Well, it's close to
invested.
home because also it's like it's a little I don't know, like that also again, I'm trying I'm very much so like I'm a life coach. Okay. My other job, y'all, is I am a woman's empowerment
Mm-hmm.
and relationship coach. Like that's what I'm passionate about. And for a man to just assume that a woman is like I think it's the wording that triggered me. The for sale sign thing. Just because a woman is showing her body parts, it doesn't mean she's for sale. It doesn't mean it,
Yeah,
does that
it
make
could
sense?
be,
It kind of goes
yeah,
into a lot of other things that I know I can't talk about on
yeah,
here about
it's,
like
yeah,
assuming something about a woman because of the way that she's dressed or because of her career.
yeah.
Like I think that's what.
Do you feel like, um, I mean, I don't know, like, because I think of it like a for sale sign. I mean, it is kind of like advertisement because you're putting yourself out there, right?
Mhm.
But it could be like looked at as like, um, take a look at what everybody take a look at what nobody else gets to get. Like it's almost like like the billboard, dude. Like you can see it, but you can't touch it. It's like 500 feet up in the air.
Mhm.
You're not getting here. This is not, like, the company paid like 100 grand for this to be here, and you don't have that type of money type of thing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So like, I mean, like I do understand. Like I don't know who made the statement or like what was exactly said, but like I understand the idea, but like again, I feel like the reverse could be true a little bit. Like like not for sale, but like more of like a receipt. Like look at what has already been purchased.
Mm.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
I mean, and you also it goes and then again, that's why like I feel like discussions like this, there's never a yes or no because it's just going to depend. Because then it also goes back into what do you define as cheating? Like I said, I know other women who, if I have someone in my mind, if she were to ever catch her husband looking at corn, they'd be divorced.
Oh,
Like, to
really?
her, that's
Yeah,
cheating. So it
I
goes
get
into
it.
boundaries and what you define.
I get it.
I can't control what a man is doing, whether or not he is purchasing anything to like go
Right.
see pictures or whatever
Right,
of
right,
me.
right, right, right.
I know that in my relationship, I'm in a secure enough relationship that it's a job. It's literally a job for me. And I'm with someone who supports it and is actually like so gun ho
All
about it.
right. I got a scenario for you that I just thought about
Okay.
this. All right. And this kind of ties into like what we're talking about. Let's say you have like somebody that like is a fan here and they're a fan elsewhere on somewhere's like a little more spicy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's say that that person like from now over the next 6 to 8 months, 10 months or whatever was a very solid person, never overstepped their boundaries, was a great financial supporter the entire time, and your conversations, if any, with this person were very upstanding. They never gave you the sense that there was anything going wrong or anything like that, right? And let's just
Mm-hmm.
say, like, for a month they just kind of disappeared. You didn't hear from them. You start thinking about them. You kind of reach out to them to figure out, hey, like, is everything good? Are you okay? And let's say like this person's like a whale, like a huge financial supporter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this
Lots of
person,
hypotheticals
right,
here.
right, right. And but they said to you, you know, things aren't good for me. Um, I'm going through a divorce. I can no longer do what I was doing before because now I have to prepare to go to court or I got to pay alimony, something of that nature,
Mm-hmm.
right? Would you feel any level of guilt to know that the relationship that you have with this person and the content that you're providing and what they were paying for was a catalyst
No.
or the reason that for this person's divorce? Like, would you feel any type of way, or would you say no, that's their fault? It's their relationship, their fault.
Because of how I know I am with
Mm-hmm.
my relationships,
Mm-hmm.
I can guarantee you
Mm-hmm.
that it wouldn't, she can blame me, but
Right. No, no, I don't
I
care
can
what
no,
she
and
thinks. I
even
want
in
to know
this, no,
how
and so what
you.
I'm
Okay.
saying, I would be able to sleep beautifully that night
Okay.
because I would know that I never intentionally did anything to home wreck.
Right.
It's kind of how they say guns don't kill people, people kill
Kill
people.
people. Yeah.
So I'm putting my content out there, and it's up to a man or a woman to
Mm-hmm.
decide on if they're going to partake,
Mm-hmm.
if they're going to be on my pages, if they're going to pay me. Like,
Right.
that's on you, honey. That's on
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. I get
I
it.
can sleep at night knowing that I no, that's I'm I refuse to ever take accountability for someone else's actions.
There you go. That's very well said. I'm glad that
So,
you made that statement because I don't think it could be stated any better. So,
yeah.
good for
Yeah.
you. Good for you.
Yeah. I mean, it's taken me a long time to get there
Yeah.
but that's just also a big life lesson,
Right.
right? Cuz like a lot of people never get to that point. I think so many of us function as people pleasers. And
Okay.
so we take accountability for a lot of things that people say and do. We
But isn't
We're
it
selfish
kind
in the
of
bad way there.
isn't it kind of like, okay, I think what you said, I think that statement applies, but I think that like it starts to change like once you have children. I think when you're a parent and you're looking at the kid,
So, okay, that's very situational though. Like, and
yeah,
that's like because they actually like as a child and even um like as an elder and stuff, like you become dependent on someone and yeah, you do have to take accountability because they
hmm
don't know any better.
right.
But just as
But there's even
adults,
times when I was a kid and I did know better, and my parents still had to like take they had to
did they?
they couldn't disown me right then and there. I mean they could have, but they chose not to. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm wondering, did they actually take accountability, like personally?
I would like to believe so.
But why? What do you mean? Like if it's your actions, right? So, so like, how do I say? So like for me, something that I've learned, um, and how do I say this? You can't look up, like if you don't put a person on a pedestal,
Right.
you don't have to look up to that. Like, does that, so
Yeah.
I put my parents on a pedestal.
Yeah.
And instead of realizing that, yes, they're my parents, it's again, I love saying everything after but is bullshit. So I like saying and. So they're my parents and they're human beings,
Right.
just like me.
Right.
So when you can think of it that way, like the same way you shouldn't like expect yourself to take
Mm-hmm.
accountability for other
Mm-hmm.
people's actions, there gets a certain point where as a parent, and easier said than done, I'm sure, like I have a dog, I don't have a
Yeah.
kid, right? So I'm
Right.
sure that this is all easier said than done,
Right.
but like at the end of the day, you can't keep taking accountability for someone else's life,
Yeah.
like just as a human. So I don't know. That's like my 2 cents on that.
I
But
got you. I got you.
yeah.
I
I
think
but
that's I think that's interesting. Like I really do. It's food for thought because like realistically, we're not parents, but like I feel like if you help create or if you help like put technically like a life into motion,
mm,
like you're responsible to some degree, like even though like it might not make every like you can't control it, like like it wouldn't be here without you. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So like you have to own
Yeah.
something a
I
little
mean,
bit.
yeah, and again, that's why this is like a lot of what I'm saying it, and that's what I've been loving about this. It's just nothing that I say is Bible. It's just
Hmm.
my opinions based off of what I've experienced in my long years. And like I'm the first to say that like I truly believe the more I learn, the more I know nothing. Like I don't know if you've heard that
Oh
before, but
no,
I
dude, like that's
it,
the like the wise man, like yeah, the wise man is the man that admits that he knows nothing. Because
mhm.
it's like I get it. Like I say it all the time. It's like, dude, there's some things, there's only like a few things that I know.
Mhm.
Everything else I don't know. But I know like three things literally, and I keep it simple. So,
Mhm.
no, I definitely get it. I know I don't know a lot, and I know that like I want to try and understand things better, but everything, things change, and not everything is absolute. Everything is relative, and it's always like based on to like your place in the world, your involvement with the people in your life experience, and it's always different for everybody. Like what's normal for us is not normal for people who live in like Afghanistan or people who live in like,
Mm.
third world countries or like people who live in, you
It's all
know, it's
perspective.
all perspective. Like everything is
Oh.
it's different for everybody,
Mhm.
you know. So
Mhm.
I definitely can identify with that, and I think that the fact that like we see it very similarly is like a beautiful thing. I really think it's
Mhm.
beautiful, you
Yeah.
know.
Oh my goodness. I love this. And like I'm also, oh my gosh, we've been going at this. I was like, oh, this will probably be like 2 hours.
Yeah, no, we're at the
Um,
4 hour mark,
yeah,
dude.
I
Poggers.
know. Yay.
Poggers, dude.
Okay, so then one more question
Okay,
then,
okay,
before we come to the conclusion of is cheating ever okay,
okay,
in our opinion.
okay.
So have you ever cheated on me and watched another girl streaming when you should be watching me? Be honest.
Man, what kind of questions are you for real?
I'm so for real, for real. Because I'm trying to decide if I'll forgive you.
All the time. Every almost okay, all the time up until recently. Up until like New Year's, yes, because that was like my agenda, that was my whole stigma, and that was like my alias. Of course I did. But like now, like because like I'm trying to dial back and
Hold
and
on.
and
Shh. Ha,
what do you mean? Hold on, you
uh, uh.
what do you
Bitch.
mean? What were you expecting me to like sit up and lie to you and tell you that like no you're the I'm not gonna
Lie
cheat.
to me? No,
Yeah.
I was expecting you to tell me the truth and say, Essie, I just kiss the ground you walk on. I think about you day and night. When you're not streaming, I cry. When you are streaming, I cry because I'm so happy. I'm always crying because I love you so much.
No, then if I told you that you would view me as like emotionally
No, I
unstable
would
and
view you as how
unfit to
I
be your
know
mod.
all of my chatters here are. I
Whatever,
know. I
whatever. Listen,
know it.
nah, you're tripping. Look, I definitely have cheated, but like my intentions, like moving forward, like and happened like since this new year is like I wanna focus on what I feel like matters most and what like feeds back into me because that's what keeps me going because like it's tiring. It drains you. It really does. You know, so like um
You're getting
yeah,
called out.
that's fine. I don't look.
Put yourself in
I'm
a corner.
tripping. I don't care, bro. It's not like realistically, I'm not going. I just like There's too much man in me to like lie to you your face over nothing. Like I know in my heart, I know you're gonna forgive me. I know what I am. I'm comfortable with like,
Am I though? Watching another bitch's stream.
yeah, because the other
Mm.
people. So here's the thing, because like
Mm.
if I told you the truth and the other people
Mm.
I was watching, you'd be like, oh, I love them too. So like I get
I don't
it.
care.
All right. Well then.
Remember, everything after but is bullshit. I love them. They're great streamers, and you're mine. You're supposed to be on all attention. Essie. I'm just kidding.
Dude, you're such a diva, dude. You're such a diva, bro. Like for real, like it's
Diva's a
cute,
female version of a hustler.
but
Of
like,
a
yo,
hustler.
man, like I feel like I don't even feel bad, but like I like I'm never gonna allow somebody to be so selfish to the point to where like I can't give myself away to other people, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely.
why would you not want somebody else to like experience like the goodness that like I express to you? You can't like would you want it all for yourself? Do you not
Absolutely.
get enough? Like I give you
And at the end
everything.
of the day, again,
Yeah.
that's why I'm doing this podcast
I
thing because
know.
I'm not selfish and I'm
I
like, fuck
know.
yeah, there's
I
other
know.
streamers. I'm all about that woman. Like, let's bring each other up. Like, I love it.
I know. Realistically, like realistically, like the main contenders that I would be watching if you were live would be like probably Kimmy or
And I
P.
love her.
You know what I'm saying? It would really be one of them.
Oh, I am doing the thing where you're like, if I name people, I feel now like you're just naming people that you know I won't get mad.
That-
Like you're
It's
like,
the
oh, she
people that
likes
I'm
her,
on
so.
for real. So like, and you know that's a fact.
Kimmy,
And
Miss P, Viv.
yeah,
I think
so
I've
like,
met all of them because of you, actually.
that's because
Or I
I'm
don't
that
know.
dude.
They rated, or Kim, I don't know who rated me. And actually, speaking of that, because we're about to like get off soon, let me see if anyone's on right now so I can raid them.
It's demon hour, so there should be like 1,000 million streamers on right
Demon Hour?
now.
What's that? Oh, is that like, do a lot of streamers come on during this time?
Yeah, because it's like
Is that why my views are low? Don't lie to me. No, I know.
well,
It's because it's a podcast
yeah, because
and I'm not in a bikini.
they see like a bearded black man and not just like j- boobs bouncing on a treadmill, so it's a little different.
I was trying to bounce. No, actually, I really wasn't.
No.
So raid channel. Let's see. Janifest.
Yeah,
Who's
she's
that?
an excellent streamer. She's actually somebody you should probably like look to do some content with at some point in the future.
Yay! Perfect. Well, I'm gonna start this raid. But actually, before I do that, I
Yeah.
want to personally, talking to you, thank you so much for doing this with me tonight. I had so much fun.
I had a lot of fun too, and likewise, thank you for just the opportunity and just, this was great. Like this actually was like way better than I expected, so I'm proud of you. Thank you
Yeah,
very much, and
thank you. And
yeah,
also being a great mod too as well. But like it was fun kind of having you step out of that role tonight and
really?
just like be friends, you know?
Okay, yeah, no, it feels
So
good, man. Like I feel like
yeah.
this is great, man. It's all good vibes, and thank you. Appreciate everybody
Yay.
in the chat. Thank you
Yeah,
again
and
for
y'all make sure
all
to
the
check out
support.
my pages. Tomorrow I'm doing my celebratory
The
pool
be
stream.
yes. I'm so scared about that though, but yes, I'm happy and scared at the same
Yeah,
time.
you and Prayson are gonna have to be on deck
Oh
tomorrow. That's for
God,
sure.
I'm ready though. I'm ready.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, love you guys. And this is Jennifer.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, Essie. Thank you again.
Okay. Bye, Alpha.